lying down, relaxing. It was my daughter's birthday. We had a wonderful day, but as I explained to all of you, last year around this time was when my wife Jennifer, started getting really seriously ill, and she could started getting very seriously ill in January 2025. She passed away in February. So this is a tough time for me. And it's just, I've been doing a lot of thinking. People are probably going to think I'm like a little bit of like out of my mind, but you kind of like just reminisce your whole life. You think back on just when you were like, really young and you met your wife, and oh my God, I was a spring chicken. I was like 20, 21 years old when I met Jen. Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Jennifer was coming out of the salty dog. She wasn't 21 yet, Jennifer. I'm older than Jen, by a year. So if I was like 21, she was 20. So the thing was, she tried to get in there with like a fake ID. The salty dog, if you don't know it, it's a bar in Bay Ridge. It's got a fire department theme. It's got a big fire truck inside, and really cool bar. But we used to call it the meat market, meaning like all the guys were there. It's like that you would never think that you would meet your future wife. Never. At this, like the salty dog, no way. That it just goes to show a lot of times people, they say, oh, you have to go to certain places. You'll never meet your future wife at a bar. It's not true. It's not true. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you get lucky. She had a fake ID. The bouncer didn't let her in. It was funny because she was wearing a chain that said Jennifer, but the ID I think said Jessica or something like that. So as she was coming out of the salty dog and I was coming out of judge and jury, we met. I was with a buddy of mine who actually started talking to her friend, and I started talking to Jen. Next thing it was like magic. It was like magic. We went to back to judge and jury. The song that was playing on the radio it was a very big hit on the radio when it was playing in the club. It was a song called "Sexual" by Amber. I don't know if you remember that song, but me and Jennifer started kissing and making out. Like, forget about it. There was a guy at judge and jury who came up to us and he said, "Man, you two, there's something I've never seen anything like it before. The way you guys are passionately kissing each other." He goes, "You two are gonna make it. You two have something really special here." I could always drink more water. I could always drink more water. It's a good idea. Maybe I'll go get some water in a little bit, like a few minutes. Definitely got to stay hydrated. Plasma or a zombie. You're funny. Yeah. So anyway, I can't even answer that question, man, because I'm going through some serious stuff right now myself here. I'm going through some very serious stuff here that my wife passed away and my mother passed away as well. All of this happened in 2025. One of my dogs passed away. The hardest year of my whole life was 2025. You have absolutely no idea how hard my life was and my children's life in 2025. Anyway, getting back, just reminiscing my life. My wife passed away. When she passed away, man, I kind of felt like, that whole part of my life. Like I knew Jennifer from 21 to 48 years old. Think about that. I knew her like almost like 30 years, man. And well, if I helped you, God bless. I'm sorry about that, Mort. God bless you and your family. My wife was very young, man. She was only 46. She battled cancer for 10 years. She fought so hard. My wife was a warrior. She you see this? Unfortunately, right now, thank you, God bless you. Right now, we don't have a lot of haters, but they're bound to come. Cancer does suck. They're bound to come any second. And these are people who have been watching my channel for like 4 or 5 years, and they think they know everything about me and my wife. They know nothing. Me and my wife, I'll tell you, we used to joke around. We used to, hey, what's up there, my man? El Barto, he's also this guy, _21. Thank you so much, Sonic Man. People think that they have the right to dictate how people feel. Like me and my wife used to make jokes. Like we used to be a comedy, like like used to do like skits. We used to love the Honeymooners. I don't know if you watched the Honeymooners. Jackie Gleason, Audrey Meadows, Ralph Crandon, and Alice. Bang Zoom to the Moon. We used to do all these funny skits, and like you get all these horrible, insensitive people, man, be like, "Oh, did she really mean that?" When she was like, "The 10 things I can't stand about you," or "the 10 things I love about you." It was all jokes. Deep down, me and my wife had the perfect marriage, man. We had everything that you could possibly want in a marriage. Everything you could possibly want, me and my wife had it. We had it. Name it. Ready? Love, unconditional love. Romance. We raised our kids together, two beautiful children. Today was my daughter's birthday, 12 years old. She was my best friend. She was my lover. You're talking about the full package. She loved me for me, you know. She put up with me. She knew everything about me inside and out, and we stuck together, man. You know what it is? Let's talk about that. I'm lucky I had that. God bless. There's no question in my mind that I agree with you. There's no question in my heart that it's better to have loved than to never loved at all. So yes, the years I had with my wife, 100%, it completed me. It completed my whole life. But the thing is this, when you have something that is this is your better half, you have like your partner in your life, you have someone who pretty much completes you. When they pass away, a part of you passes away. A part of you passes away with your wife. But the thing is, like, we have I have my two children. My two children are young. Sophia, her birthday was today. She's 12 years old. Happy birthday to Sophia. My son Mike is 15. I got to stay strong for my kids. Look, Sasha, don't take this the wrong way. I'm pretty confident that you're a hater, and I'm going to tell you the reasons why. Okay. Um, Number one, your channel only has one subscriber. Like you have no content on your channel at all. That's not a good sign. Second sign, your email says Doug Life. There's a picture. Like what is? I'm not trying to be rude, but you kind of come across. Listen, I told you there's a lot of people that try to trick me. A lot of people come online and they try to trick me. But Sasha, like I said, I'm seeing a girl. I'm not unfortunately. Now I understand, but don't take this the wrong way. I'm not interested at this point in meeting anyone new. You're a wonderful person, and nothing against you personally. I do have someone that I'm trying to build something with right now, but on a very long term basis because my mind and my heart is in my wife right now. I've been missing my wife and thinking about my wife. Well, God bless your dog, Sasha. God bless. But getting back to what I was saying, if my wife was able to talk to me right now, um, she would come to me. I'll tell you exactly what she would say and do. She would come to me and she would give me the biggest hug that you could possibly imagine. She would give me the biggest hug that you could possibly imagine. And she would say to me, she would actually probably apologize. She has nothing to apologize for. She did nothing wrong. She has nothing to apologize for. But that's what she would do. I know my wife. She would just say, "I'm so sorry that I brought this in your life. meaning cancer and that you had to deal with this. Look, I stood by my wife's side with cancer. Every doctor's appointment, I was there. The surgeries, the treatments. You understand? I was there by her side so many times that she'll be in bed. I would massage her. I would take care of her. I would go to the store for her. I love my wife with all my heart and all my soul. Here's some of the haters here. Look, Sasha, you know what it is. I'm just I've been burnt a lot by people online, and I'm not trying to be mean to you or anything like that, but um, a lot of people have tricked me. A lot of people have, and I just can't, fortunately, take any more chances. With people, that are online. It's the online world is a crazy world, man. But listen, Sasha, let's be friends. God bless you. God bless your beautiful dog that passed away. God bless you, and God bless your family. Um, no, Jake, you don't understand. Jake, you haven't been around on my live stream. I've had a lot of people come to these live streams and play games with my head, man. When my wife first passed away, man, I was not myself. And you don't know, people come on the live streams and they try to trick you. I don't want to get into that right now. But I know, well, we're friends, Sasha. We're definitely friends. We got one hater here. This guy, Car King 1043, is a big gigantic hater, this guy. Thank you, Kevin. God bless. This guy's like a gigantic hater. You want to know something? You want to know something? Today was my daughter's birthday, and something happened to me today because I really want to talk about something else in this live stream, and I'm not going to let these haters change the topic of the live stream. But something happened to me. Instead of people wishing my daughter like a happy birthday, I mean, a lot of people did. A lot of, like, all the good people did. That's the thing. I noticed that all these haters, they're still continuing to hate, and it's like, this is my daughter's birthday. You really think that I want to engage in hate with you on my daughter's birthday? Now, so something kind of clicked in me, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with this hate no more. I'm done, man. Thank you so much, Sasha. Like I'm done with the hate, man. I don't want to be bothered with this anymore. Even that girl like Laura, I got to tell you, I think that she might have been a hater right from the beginning. I'm starting to really believe that because nobody did this. Look, I never did nothing bad to Laura. This is just a friend of mine, by the way. If people asking who Laura is, this is just someone who is a friend. But I don't want to get into the story of her. Let's just leave it at this. Let's just say that for absolutely no reason, the girl became the big gigantic a big gigantic hater, like all of you. And I just don't want to deal with haters anymore. To me, I consider Laura a hater. Laura is a hater. Um, can't you block these idiots? I guess I can. But you want to know what it is? If you ultimately let these people play out their fantasies of whatever they get out of this, it helps the algorithm. it helps uh it helps your views. You know what I mean? But it is a very annoying thing. These people are psychos. And to be honest with you, I do get tired of it. Like this guy, let's just give him a little break. This Jacob guy, he's having like a complete breakdown. When people have complete breakdowns, what we could do is give them a little break. Let's give him a 10-minute break to calm him down a little bit. Look, I don't want to talk about Laura anymore. Okay, to me, Laura is no different to me than Commander 35. Laura is no different than WTF 198. And all honesty and fairness, I wouldn't even be surprised if potentially she was hired by them. Okay, I'll say it's alleged, but look, no one gets to a level like Laura gets, okay, unless it was kind of predetermined. I again, look, if I did something really bad to Laura, look, if I did something really bad, like I would tell you, look, if I did something bad, I would tell you, I would be honest, whether it be something like a domestical abuse or so. If I did something really bad to this woman, I could understand that why she would get to a point like that she got. But this is the thing. I did nothing bad to her. I treated her like a wonderful best friend. You know, I was respectful to her. I was respectful to her children, respectful to her mother, and I took her out to beautiful dinners. And there was nothing I did to deserve the hate that Laura, like, maybe the only thing I could think of is that maybe she got heartbroken in the sense that she wanted a relationship with me, and I just told her I just wanted a friendship. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she flipped out, kind of like Glenn, a close style, Fatal Attraction. I don't know. But there's no reason for the amount of hate that Laura has in her heart. There was no reason for it. And I'm going to end it by saying this. You know, I never wanted to hurt Laura. My intention was to be a very, very good friend, a very good friend to her for like many years. But unfortunately, now she just went to a level, unfortunately, that there can never be a friendship. When people start talking very disrespectfully about my wife, like, like the things that she's saying, my wife's in a box. I kept my wife on ice. My wife was cremated. This was her request. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't like it when people try to hurt me. Okay, it hurt me to cremate my wife, even though it was my wife's request. It was her request. She said, "Richard, please don't bury me." She goes, "If I ever pass away, Richard, respect me, please. I want to be cremated." But the thing is that it was a very difficult thing for me to do. I did not want to do it, and I just feel like anybody who could keep trying to put the dagger in my heart like that and hurt me, it's someone I never want to associate with again. I'm sorry. Just that alone, you have to stop talking to a person. And like I said, it's not worth it. And like I said, I didn't do anything to deserve that. And I don't want to talk about like anything else with Laura. Let's just drop the subject. Look, 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 you don't know the whole story, Veg Farm girl. And I'm not here. Look, I've learned something about haters. There's nothing I could ever do to make you see my side. Look, there are people, can I just explain something to you? And I've learned this in life. There are people in this world that hate you. I don't know, maybe there's other people out there who have experienced this. Have you ever noticed that when someone hates you, that like, and whatever the reason is, they could just be psychos, internet trolls, lunatics over the internet. But when someone does not like you, there is literally nothing you could say or nothing you could do to ever make them like you. So that's why there's really no point for me to knock myself out anymore with these haters. Because like I said, no matter what I'll say, they're gonna take Laura's side. So all that's gonna happen is it's gonna become like a back and forth, it's gonna be like a back and forth match. I'll say, no, I was good to Laura. They'll say, no, you weren't good to Laura. I'll say, I meant no disrespect. They'll say, no, you meant a lot of disrespect. So the question is, do I really want to go back and forth with these Norman Bates psychopathic lunatics? The answer is no. So unfortunately, sometimes in life, you have to just end things. It has to just end. Like when you're in a situation where two people will never have a meeting of the minds. Two people will never see eye to eye. Sometimes you have to just let something go. And you have to just say, you wish someone the best of health. That's what I wish with Laura. I wish her the best of health, happiness, and success. God bless her. God bless the family. We don't agree. I definitely don't agree with haters. I mean, and haters don't agree with me. So that's why I'm not going to fall into a trap anymore with haters of constantly this drama has to come to an end. Guys, I got bigger things I want to do with my life here. I want to accomplish greatness. You understand? I want my music to become known. A lot of people don't know maybe who are on the live stream. It's kind of late right now. I can't really play the piano. Maybe I'll do a little thing here and there, but I'm a piano player. I sing for fun. I'm not really a singer. I consider myself a piano player first and foremost. I'm a songwriter. I'm a jazz piano player, a blues piano player, and I play all styles of music. But the thing is, I want to get my music out there. For the new year, 2026. I want to get my business ideas out there. I have a lot of things I want to do, and you know what it is. If I continue to let haters push me in this direction of hate, I'm not going to accomplish nothing. I'm realizing it now. It's just I'm not going to ever accomplish anything. It's just the haters are trying to destroy me. They're trying to destroy my will, destroy, you know, everything in the sense of me staying strong. Because right now I'm very hurt. You have no idea the pain and suffering I'm going through over my beautiful wife Jennifer and my mom passing away. Even my dog passed away. And haters are trying to kick me when I'm down. They're trying to completely wreck me. And sometimes what you have to do is you have to just say, as we say in Italian, like "Vaffanculo." You gotta say, you gotta just end it. It's not worth it. But anyway, that's the end of that. What's my favorite blues artist? Wow, that's a tough question. Believe it or not, I'm a piano player, but I really always admired, like, Stevie Ray Vaughan, the greatest of all time. Obviously, all of the guy. I love Eric Clapton, Bo Diddley. I consider him to be a blues artist. Jerry Lee Lewis was always my favorite on the piano. Boogie Woogie. Fats Domino. Then there's people that are like blues, but then it's like jazz, like Oscar Peterson. It's like you got both going on. You know, Thelonious Monk. Because you got both going on there. It's jazz, but it comes from like the perfect example would be. I'll give you an example of what I mean. You take a song like all the jazz guys would do blues. They do blues, but they're jazz artists. Like Thelonious Monk, straight no chaser. I'll just give you like a little example here. It's like jazz, but it's blues. Anyway, it's kind of late right now, but you get the point. That's a keyboard. Well, that's a song by Thelonious Monk. It's called "Straight No Chaser," which is it's a blues, but yet it's a swing. So um, I love all styles of music. I love everything. Look, I'm not engaging in hate anymore. Thank you, Sasha. That's just a blues. This guy. I don't do Coca-Cola. I love Coca-Cola, especially Diet Coke. I drink a lot of Diet Coke. Let's give this guy another time out here, this lunatic. Look, you want to know what my problem is, Gone? And I'm going to stop. I'm stopping. The problem is I'm an Italian from Brooklyn. And, you know, where I come from, you understand, I was raised by, my mom was the best in the world, but my mom was tough, Josephine. My mom was tough. You said something about her family, like you talked about her grandkids. You talked about me. My mother would come, just like an Italian tank. She would be an Italian tank. That's kind of how I am. So it's like, but you know what it is? I've learned something about haters. See, these are people who hide behind fake names. Like they're not, listen, these are not people who are facing you. They got fake names like the regulator, names like, Commander 35, names like WTF and 198. And this is the thing. They have absolutely nothing to lose than to just keep fighting with you. That's the thing. So you'll never come to a resolution. You follow me? There's no way to solve the problem. You can't solve it. Everything you say, they're going to disagree with it. Every time you try to come across sincere, they're just going to continue to try to tear you up. So basically, the only way to stop it is kind of like what Gon just said. You got to just stop talking about these people, and you got to kind of ignore them. But they get on my nerves once in a while, but it's not worth it. Look, like what happened here with Laura? What happened here? It started off. It could have been something so simple to resolve, but it turned into World War III here. You know what I mean? Now this lady's got a YouTube channel dedicated to hate on me. She's hating on me. Her whole YouTube channel is about hating on me. And who's got the patience for that? I don't got the patience for that, man. Hold on. Laura didn't win, Tom. I have 18 million views. She has 18,000 views. I'll tell you, here's when Laura wins. When Laura surpasses me. Okay. When Laura surpasses me, I'll say in terms of subscribers, in terms of views, then I'll say that Laura won. Until then, look, I'm not discussing this. I'm going to say this one more time. I'm not discussing this, Veg Farm. I did not want to cremate my wife. You understand? I didn't want to do it. It was my wife's request to get cremated. I have nightmares all the time about this. All right, you're picking a subject that is something I don't want to talk about. The only reason my wife, okay, there was a hesitation to cremate her is because I did not have the heart to do it. Now, I understand you want to continue to hurt me. I understand all of you people that you have no heart, you have no compassion. In my opinion, you're evil people. You have absolutely no soul, nothing. And I know that you want to continue to hurt me. So that's it. I answered your question. I'm not talking about it no more. That's it. Done. Let's not talk about it. Let's talk about music. Let's talk about music. Oh man. A song I wrote for my wife. So many songs I wrote for her. But I was doing this song earlier today, Back Into My Arms. This was when we were younger. We had a little temporary breakup. This is when we were going out for 2 years, and my wife wanted to, she wanted to get married. At the time, she was my girlfriend. I had my Billy Joel tribute band. I wasn't ready to get married. So we had a little temporary breakup for 1 year. This is when we were like young. I'm talking about many, many years ago. But I thought about her every second. And I said, you know what? As much as I love performing music, as much as I love my Billy Joel, tribute band and stuff, I said, I miss my beautiful Jennifer. So I said, I got to get it back. And this is the song. After I wrote this song, we got married. We started a family. It's a very special song to me. And by the way, after we got back together, we were together for forever. 20 years we were married. Song is called Back Into My Arms. This is for you, Jennifer. So many nights I wish that you were here, girl. You're living your life since I let you get away. Now I called you on the telephone. You seem surprised to hear from me. All I wanted was to tell you how much I was sorry I hurt you. Now I want you back into my arms. I can change all my mistakes. If you just take one more chance, I promise you there's no more heartaches. I want you back. Come back into my arms. Sometimes you don't know what you got till you lost it. Just want to stop there for a second. I wrote that line a long time ago. This was a song I wrote many, many years ago. Sometimes you don't know what you have until you lost it. And I'm sure we all heard that expression. Let me tell you something, it's very true. It's very, very true. You don't know what you have until you lost it. Oh, Sasha, thank you. Sasha's proving she's real. Every second, Sasha is proving she's real. Thank you, Sasha. You're a wonderful person. Thank you, Josh. But you don't know what you have. Let me tell you something. I see a lot of people. I observe things a lot now. Now that my wife passed away, my mother passed away. I observe things, and I see people. Like, I'll give you an example. I was at McDonald's not too long ago, and this guy comes in. He was with his wife, and they had a young daughter, and he was screaming in the McDonald's. Okay, that the price of the Happy Meal went up something like $1.50 or something. The guy was screaming. And I'm just thinking to myself, this guy is worried about $1.50. I'm thinking to myself, my wife passed away. My mom passed away. My beautiful dog, Chloe, passed away. This guy's screaming at the top of his lungs. He wanted to get the manager. He's like, I want $1.50 taken off this price. No, but it's just, this is the thing. There are people in this world. That look, I'm not engaging anymore in hate. I don't want to deal with it. Okay. I don't want to engage in hate. But there are people in this world that are so worried about such stupid things, man. Let me tell you something, guys. You're worried about money in your life. Money comes and money goes. There's going to be times in your life you're going to have a lot of money. There's going to be times in your life you're going to be going through difficulties with your finances. It's a rat race, It just I see no point to get stressed out over money. I really don't, because you know what it is. It's something that can be fixed. Look, listen. If you're having a difficult time with finances, work harder. Just keep working. You'll get out of the mess. It's something that you're able to fix. If you have a health problem, if it's nothing that's life threatening and there's things you could do to help your health, then do it. If you have to stop smoking, I don't smoke, but I'm just saying, if you have to stop drinking, if you have to exercise, which I need to do a lot more, I will admit to you. But the thing is that these are fixable things. What happened to my wife and my mom, I can't fix it. I can't, there's nothing I could do to bring my wife back. You see what I'm trying to say? There's nothing I could do to bring my mom back. So that's why I don't sweat the small stuff anymore in life. My friendly advice to all of you is, don't listen to me. This is just from my heart. If you don't want to listen to me, you don't have to listen to me, but go home every night and just kiss your loved ones. Give them a big hug, a big kiss your kids, kiss your mom, kiss your wife or your husband, and tell them how much you love them. And don't worry about the small stuff, man. Cigar King. The only thing I'm scared about, Cigar King, is my children. I have to be here for them. That's to answer your question. My children need me, and for those reasons, yes, I have to start thinking about being healthier. But when my wife passed away, and my mom passed away, I kind of 50% of me passed away. A lot of me passed away, man. A lot. I lost my soulmate, man. I lost my partner in my life. You know, I never turned to listen. I never turn. I'm not. I don't take. I don't smoke. No drugs for me. I say no to drugs. I'm an occasional drinker, guys. I know you guys make this big deal. I have an occasional glass of wine here and there when I'm out having an Italian dinner. But the thing is, I do like to eat. I'm an Italian. I like to eat here. Listen, Sasha is really proving to me that she's the real deal here. She says, "I'm sorry that you're going through this. Everything shall pass. God is good." God bless you, Sasha. God bless you. The only thing I would like to ask God one day when it's my time is he couldn't have been he couldn't have helped her. That was the only thing I would ask God. I would just say, God, couldn't you see? Because when do we all pray to God? We all pray to God when we need God because we can't solve a problem ourselves. That's right. Like think about if you're in the middle of the ocean. Think about this for a second, right? And it's like dark, and let's just say for whatever reason, it's like that movie. You ever see that movie Open Water? Where the well, there was a few of them. There was like two or three of them, right? But the first one, remember they won that they were going diving, and I guess they swam past the group of people that were part of the diving crew, and the ship retrieved all the rest of the people, and then they left them in the middle of the water. Well, that's when you pray to God, right? That's exactly when you pray to God. God bless you lost your 4-month-old daughter. Oh my God. Oh my God. God bless you and your family. Lindak, 1965. I am so sorry. Losing a child, that's really hard. That is really, really hard. My heart goes out to you and your family. I am so sorry for your loss. But you know something? This was really what I wanted to talk about in the live stream before all these haters came here. Sometimes we act like when a person passes away, we're crying for them. We don't know what's going on when someone passes away. It's a very strong possibility that this person is now in paradise. You understand? This person is with God, and this person is with their loved ones. Like I'll tell you a story. When my wife was in the hospital, thank you so much, Sasha. Sasha is a beautiful person. I'm starting to realize that Sasha's the real deal here. Sasha's the real deal. Um, I'm starting to realize something. When my wife was in the hospital, this was the day before she passed away. A very close friend of both my wife and myself said, "Richard, I want you to ask your wife something." I said, "What do you want me to ask my wife?" Ask her if she sees her mother. Now, her mother passed away in 2017 of leukemia. And I said, "Why do you want me to ask this?" Because Richard, I have reason to believe, because this happened with her relatives, that the relatives come. You understand, when a person is about to pass away, the loved ones, they come, the angels come to them. And that's exactly what happened with my wife. My wife said, she couldn't speak because she was on a ventilator, but she was able to nod her head, yes or no. Um, I said to her, I was like, "Jennifer, can you see your mom right now?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Are you serious? You can see her in the room." I said, "This is real. This is not a dream." And that proved to me that Jennifer would not lie to me about that. Okay, Jennifer would not lie to me about that. That proves to me something happens when we pass away. Now, the question is, okay, because we don't know this. The question is there life after a person passes away? God says there's eternal life, right? So it's very possible that Jennifer is with her mom now, her grandmother, our dog, Chloe, that's passed away. They're in a rainbow bridge and they're having a wonderful time. Jennifer is her back to her young self. She's back to being like 21 years old again. And Jennifer is not in pain anymore, and she's in paradise, right, with God. And Yes, thank you, Della. So the thing is that the people who are really suffering, you want to hear because we're always sad when someone passes away. I got news for all of you. The people who are suffering are the people who are left on earth. I believe that's the case. The people who are left on earth, like I'm truly suffering. I am. I'm not going to lie to all of you. I'm truly suffering. I am truly suffering. I am. I'm not doing well. But this is the thing, my kids want a life. So I can't let my pain and my suffering stop me from being a great dad. Yeah, okay, I make some mistakes here and there, like the time where the house is perfectly clean right now. The house is perfect. I mean, the house is like mint right now. But the thing is that I'm doing all of this alone, and this is what people don't understand. Guys, I never thought I would ever be a single dad. This is what nobody understands. Laura doesn't understand this. Laura has no idea that I had a beautiful life. This is what Laura doesn't understand. Laura doesn't understand that my wife and my mom, they always helped me in my life. They helped me. Now I have no help. I don't have anyone now. It's just me. Everything is on me. Everything is on me. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to being a single dad. I already showed it. Look, I'm not playing this Kate game anymore. Time heals everything, love. I don't know if I'll ever heal from what happened, Sasha, because let me tell you what it is. Sasha, I'll be able to go on because my kids need me to go on. But what happened to my wife was a very, very unique situation. Even though she had cancer, my wife, she never really displayed that she was very ill. It happened very quickly. It happened very, very quickly. My wife had cancer for 10 years. And she was such an amazing mother and such an amazing wife. And she was just always there for us. She was always there for us. And I was shocked when she passed away. I was shocked. I'm still shocked. I don't know. I just didn't think that would ever happen. Jennifer was so strong. Jennifer was a tank. Jennifer was a power. Hey, let me tell you something. We used to call Jennifer Mother Goose. Jennifer loves me, but she loves her children. Thank you. God bless you, Sasha. Jennifer loves her children so much. Jennifer, Jennifer would jump into the ocean. She would take on Jaws to save her children, to save our children, Michael and Sophie. Jennifer would take on King Kong. She would take on Godzilla. You know, this is someone that her whole entire life was based on her children, her family, and me. And look, I'm not going into hate no more. I'm not going into hate. I'm not gonna go there. Look, all that happened between Jennifer and my mom. My mom had to have a triple bypass surgery. My mother was a powerful woman too. Listen to me. When I was a kid, my mom was the most magical, most powerful woman I've ever met. My mom could take care of all of us. She'll take care of my father. She'll take care of me. She'll take care of the house. She was taking care of the dog. We had a beautiful dog in Brooklyn when I was growing up, and West 12th Street, Benji. That was my first dog, a Shih Tzu. My mom was like always cleaning the house, always taking care of my father, nonstop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When she had her triple bypass, it was like this was back in 2018. She was never the same. She was never the same. And I think that's the only reason why Jennifer felt like, my mom lost the zest for life. She did. My father passed away in 2020. And my mom this is what ultimately caused my mother passing away because she wasn't moving that much. I tried everything to help my mother. People don't know. Guys, I did everything besides constantly taking my mom to rehab. I spent 25, people don't know this, I spent 25,000. I got my mother a beautiful luxury apartment. I had her cousin basically move in rent free. I mean, she was giving me nothing, a couple of $100. It was like nothing. And she really never gave it to me, to be honest with you. And I gave her a chance for life again. I wanted my mother, I used to always go there with food from Zano's, and I always tell her, "Come on, mom, I'll take you out. I want to get your hair done." I wanted my mother to get the zest of life back. These people are laughing. Listen, you guys hate. You just listen. Like this is why. This is why I'm not going to engage with you guys anymore, because you want to know what it is. You guys already have a picture painted of me. I don't even know how all this hate started. Like, what did it start from? AMC? Is that how all of you hate? Like, I'm just curious because I read the comments a lot. So it's Lou. Okay. Is it Lou? Okay. Guys, it was entertainment. This is what you don't understand. All it was entertainment. I said it a million times. That's all it was with Lou. If anything, Lou was the one who took it too far. Lou made fun of my wife. He called her wiggalicious. My wife had such a wiggalicious meaning because of her cancer treatments. She had to wear wigs at one time, right? My wife has such a wonderful sense of humor that she named her YouTube channel Wiggalicious. Okay. Look, at the end of the day, no, but at the end of the day, listen to me. At the end of the day, what we do on YouTube is entertainment. What me and Lou did was entertainment. It was all entertainment. That's it. It was jokes. Me and Lou never met in person. Me and Lou never had any type of, physical thing where we fought. There was nothing like that. It was just all jokes. Apefather Day was a joke. It was jokes. It was entertainment. Okay, so the bottom line is that if you're angry over me with Lou, you shouldn't be, because all me and Lou did, we were look. How many times did Lou break my balls? Come on, remember with John Dino, how he was laughing his ass off that I had to meet and greet and only one person showed up, or for my protest, how one person showed up. See, this is what all of you love. You all love it when he breaks my chops, right? Like, in other words, you like it when he was making fun of my wife, right? Thank you, Sasha. God bless you. So all of that stuff. See, this is, what the thing is with the haters. The haters are very weird people, and I'm just gonna say one last thing, and we'll drop it. If someone abuses me, this is what I notice about the haters. If someone abuses me, the haters love this person. This person becomes their hero. That's why they love Laura so much. Because anybody who comes up against me, challenges me, it becomes like their jukebox hero. They love the person. But now the thing is, if I then battle back and say something in retaliation or something, right? Now the haters would be like, "You disrespectful narcissist, you horrible, disgusting human being." So listen, I don't know what to tell you guys. Lou said horrible things to my wife. I said crazy things to him, but it was all jokes. I even think Lou was just joking. I don't think that Lou sincerely meant my wife any harm. You know what I mean? Like with the jokes that he made. He called the sea monster, the cancer monster. He didn't mean any harm. It was jokes. Laura is not telling the truth, and I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Look, nothing Laura says, nothing, absolutely nothing that Laura says is true. And I just don't have the energy to fight you people. I just don't. I don't have the energy, because you know what it is. You're not going to believe anything I say anyway. So why should I start a whole an hour conversation with you that will basically result in nothing? So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Just believe whatever you want to believe, okay? So anyway, let me get back to the main subject. Here's all I'll say. I want to say one last thing, okay? My wife was very disappointed in her brother and Melissa, okay? They never ever called my wife with cancer. They never paid attention to my wife. I'm talking about many years now. I'm talking like 10 years. They ignored my wife. Okay, so if you think that anything that you're saying is factual about Melissa, it's not. Okay, here's the facts. The facts is that I'm the one who gave Jennifer a great life. Many people in her family turned their backs, and it's not just her brother, it was many people. Jennifer wasn't really in contact with her family. Look, the people who we were close to in Jennifer's family was obviously her mother, Linda. Her mother passed away in 2017 from leukemia, unfortunately. We were very, very close to her grandmother, Rose. She was wonderful, her grandmother, Rose. The father, we're close, but he's a real tough guy, he's Scottish. Now, unfortunately, he has dementia. And for him, it was all about the women, and he made that one woman, unfortunately, come into his life that took over his estate, and that's the end of it. But Jennifer never got along with the brother, and the brother is the one who's married to Melissa, and that's all I have to say. So if you're trying to, God bless you, Sasha, if you're trying to like intimidate me that you're talking to Melissa, here's my rebuttal to you. Jennifer could care less about Melissa. Jennifer could care. I never sued. I was suing to help Jim. I was suing to help the brother because a woman came into the father's life and took over the estate. And the reason I got an attorney was to help both my wife and her brother to become conservatorships. Okay, and that's the end of it. I don't want to talk. And you know what? I had that case won. Unfortunately, the brother he pulled a Benedict Arnold on us. He's like, oh, I want to have a state, like a court appointed attorney. That was not what we agreed to. That was not what my wife agreed to. So we just canceled the whole thing. That's it. We walked away from it. But I'm not talking. Believe whatever you want to believe. Okay. Look, like I said to you, believe whatever you want to believe. Okay. I'm not here to constantly argue with you. I'm not here to constantly prove myself. Let's change the subject. Okay. Let's get back into the music for a second. We'll do something very, very low because it's late now. My Jennifer loved this song, from Frank Sinatra, "Strangers in the Night." Yeah, man, she loved that song. I got so many people here that want to talk about stocks. They want to talk about hate. Thank you, Sasha. Yeah, my hey, what's up, Dave's house? You know what it is, Dave? Something snapped in me. You want to hear something, Dave, that the new year started? Something snapped in a good way, in a positive way. Something snapped in me. I don't know. I just come to realize that it's just these haters. You want to know what it is? They're never going to stop hating me. That there's nothing I could do. Like I could literally, listen to me, I could be on a live with these haters for literally like 10 hours straight, proving myself, repeating myself. And after 10 hours, guess what? They'll still hate me probably even more. They'll hate me more than than the beginning of the live stream. So the point is, I'm not gonna let it bother me no more. Look, let these people, by the way, I have sinuses when I do this. People are like, why are you touching your nose? Sinuses, it's cold outside. But thank you, Dave. I'm not gonna let it bother me anymore. Yeah, exactly, Sasha. I'm not gonna listen to me. Let them believe whatever they want to believe. Let them look. At the end of the day, I know in my heart that I was a wonderful husband. I know I was a wonderful son. I took care of my mom for 20 years. I mean, well, I took care of my whole life, but she lived with me and Jennifer since we were first married. I did everything in my power for my beautiful wife, Jennifer, to bring her. I gave her everything she wanted. She said, Rich, you gave me my dream in life. We have two beautiful children, and she gave me my dream too. We had a beautiful home, beautiful life, all this love, all this happiness. So I know in my heart, despite what anyone wants to think, that I was wonderful to Jennifer and my mom. God bless the two of them. That's right, Melinda. Thank you, Sasha. Sasha's beautiful. I'm starting to really care about Sasha now. Sasha's awesome. Thank you, Sasha. My beautiful Jennifer. My beautiful, beautiful wife. She used to come to all my Billy Joel tribute shows, you know? She was so supportive of me. She was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person. She's got a way about her. I don't know what it is, but I know that I can't live without her. She's got a way of pleasing. I don't know why it is, but there doesn't have to be a reason anyway. She's got a smile that heals me. I don't know why it is, but it doesn't have to be a reason anyway. I'm gonna cry. I can't even play this song right now. She comes to me when I'm feeling down, inspires me. Without a sound, she touches me. I get turned around. She's got a way of showing how I make her feel, and I find the strength to keep on going. That's the line right there. I find the strength to keep on going. That's what I have to do. I have to find the strength to keep on going, man. I have to find the strength. Guys, you don't know how hard it is, what I went through, all these haters. You guys don't realize it, man. You guys don't realize it, and my kids too, but you don't realize it, man. Sasha's beautiful. Melinda's beautiful. Thank you. See, you know what Tom doesn't understand? Okay, this guy, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. What I went through, I'm lucky I'm still standing. I'm lucky I'm still standing what I went through. Okay, and the fact that I'm still standing, and the fact that I am always there for my children, giving them a life. And I'm not going to repeat myself. Laura doesn't know Ugats about me. Okay. Laura doesn't. First of all, you want to talk about, okay, you want to talk about things. Okay. We're going to start from the beginning. And all I'm going to say to the haters is this one time. Okay. Keep laughing. Guys, I was in sales for 20 years. Okay. I came up with $150,000 down payment. Okay. For my home. Okay. So you know what? Most of you people probably don't even have a home. Okay, that you're breaking my chops. I worked for 20 years. When my wife got cancer, we both decided that I was going to help her and be a caretaker for her. And again, she was not fully disabled. This is another thing you guys don't understand. I had to assist her. That's all it meant. Assist her in her life. That is what I did. I assisted her and I assisted my mom. I did so much for them, and I'm not going to prove myself anymore to you people. Okay, I'm not going to go there. I'm not proving myself. Now, whether Laura wants to accept this or not, I do have a company. Okay. See, Laura doesn't understand that I have a company that has to do with benefiting, okay, people that have cancer. And I didn't want to get into it, but Laura's yapping about so many things. And a lot of the stuff that I've done with sponsors that had to include not just contributions, but dinners, and things like that. I do things, and that's why I wanted to work with that guy, Dave. Okay, because I started telling Dave I was making all these contacts, you understand, of people that want to support families with cancer. And that's all I'm going to get. That's all I'm going to say to you. Nothing is a scam, guys. You're the scams. You're the scams, okay? You're the scams. Not me. Not me. Not me, man. Okay, but Tom, why do you care? Like, let me ask you a question. At the end of the day, why is my life so important to all of you? I wonder like why that is. Why is my life like what does my life matter to all of you? What does no? I paid for my dinner tonight, guys. It was $300. Okay. What does my life matter to all of you? I don't want to fight with these people anymore. Guys, worry about your own life. You know the song by Billy Joel? You know the song My Life? You know Bon Jovi? Worry about your life, guys. Don't worry about my life. My life is my life. Your life is your life. Look, Cigar King, you are a ball breaker. Okay, you are a ball breaker. Whatever happened to your YouTube channel? This guy started a YouTube channel like years ago. He told me he was gonna outproduce me. You did a few videos with cigars. I guess you can't afford those cigars anymore because you stopped making videos. The guy like 4 years ago, this guy Cigar King, the guy like 4 years ago said, "I'm going to become a big YouTuber." This is what he told me. I remember he contacted me. He's like, Rich, I think I'm going to get more views than you. This is what he said. No, this is what. Are you going to deny that you said this? Are you gonna deny this? He says, Rich, I think I'm going to be a bigger YouTuber than you. He said. He goes, I think I'm going to be a big. He goes, Richie, I smoke the best cigars. He goes, and it's my mission. He says that I want to film all these wonderful, like amazing cigars, Cuban cigars, whatever it is. Okay, but this is the thing I find interesting about you, Cigar King. Suddenly, after you made a couple of videos, you stopped. So the question is, why did you stop? My opinion, you can't afford those cigars anymore. That's it. That's it. I'm just trying to understand, why did you stop for? Had to be a reason you stopped. Now his excuse is, I hate YouTube. You hate YouTube, but you're on YouTube every day. For a person who hates YouTube, you're on YouTube more than me, Cigar King. You're on YouTube more than me. Yeah, his mom is rich, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm so sure about that. You ever have like chocolate milk in a wine glass? I'm just making a joke. I can't do that because then they'll break my balls about that too. This is when I was in Florida, right? When I went to Epic Universe. This was the butter beer. Let's have chocolate milk and a butter beer. That's good. Oh man, oh man. Salud, Gentani. Have a nice lollipop afterwards. Do I like eating chocolate covered peanuts? Sure. Rich, do you think that Sasha is real? Then you're dumber than I thought. Here's what I think. She gave me a $10 super chat, and she's being nice to me. God bless her. That's what I think. Okay, Sarah took money from me. Sasha gave money to me. So you want to hear the difference between, look, Guns and Riots. You want to hear the difference? Sasha is being nice to me. So God bless her. Okay, Sasha, I believe you, Sasha. I believe you're real, Sasha. I'm not gullible, guys. Guys, I'm never going to get tricked again. Relax if that's what you're worried about. No more love cons for Apefather. That was a one-time occurrence. You say, what was it, a two-time occurrence? No, wasn't a two-time occurrence. Just a one-time occurrence. So we have a little chocolate milk. It was my late night favorite drink here. It's not butter beer. Chocolate milk here. Salute. Gindani. These guys, Sasha, these guys are so obsessed with me. They're so obsessed. Like, honestly, even Laura's obsessed. I'm starting to feel like bad for Laura in a way. Guys, I'm really not that interesting. Like, you guys obsess over me. I've never seen anything like it before. Like, people dedicate in some cases, their whole YouTube channel to just talk about me. And honestly, I don't know if I should be like, impressed by that or if I should be scared by it. Chocolate milk, Melinda. Thank you, Melinda. God bless you. Yeah, and not only is it chocolate milk, but this is from Epic Universe in Florida. This is the butter beer. Salud, Gindani. God bless Melinda and God bless Sasha. So why are you being disrespectful to a woman? See, now here's an example. Listen. Guns and Rots is being disrespectful. Why are you being disrespectful? Don't be disrespectful. You tell me to be respectful. You be respectful. I'm out of touch with reality, huh? At the end of the day, none of you will ever understand how much I went through. I actually thought Laura understood it. You know, I thought she understood it, but she doesn't understand it. She doesn't, and I'm not here to insult her anymore. I don't want to insult her, but Laura doesn't. There's a big difference, okay, in my opinion, and I don't care if she gets mad, but yeah, it's a big difference. I feel it is because if she truly, truly understood, she would not be mean like this. No one who, well, let's just put it this way: her husband passed away. Okay, if she truly understood the pain, this is all I'm going to say. And I don't want to be rude, but if she truly understood the pain and the suffering, I don't think she understands it because, listen, they were separated. She told me that he wasn't good to her. She told me it wasn't a good marriage. I'm sorry to be disrespectful, but that's why I made that video. And it had nothing to do with Laura. It had to do with, there are many people out there, this is what happens, that a spouse passes away, right? But the spouse, they were not happy in their marriage. Like, in other words, they did not have a happy marriage. So the thing was with me and Jennifer, not only did we have a happy marriage, no, but Sasha, beautiful. She's so good. Sasha's a really good person. God bless you. And it's not because she's giving me super chats. It's because she's really caring. She's got a good heart. Thank you, Sasha. But you did enough, honey. You don't have to do no more. Thank you. That was more than enough that you did. Thank you so much. I didn't tell on myself. Guys, listen to me. When I made the video, I never mentioned Laura's name. Look, if the video was about Laura, I would have mentioned her name. I would have been very specific. I didn't mention her name. So it's a general. So let me ask you a question. If I make a video, I don't know, about like free pizza, okay? So if you're at a pizzeria, are you gonna say to me, "Hey, Father, you're making the video about me"? Is that say, "Hey, Father, how dare you? I'm in a pizzeria right now. I'm having a slice of pizza. You just made a video about pizza. You must be referring to me." Guys, it was a general video. Crazy people, man. I got snacks if I want to, but I ate a lot tonight, guys. I don't know if you saw that dinner that we had. We had a big, I actually have some leftover food. I could heat up some fettuccine Alfredo right now. I could heat up some chicken cordon bleu. I got leftover food. I got a lot of leftover food. Sophia locked herself out of her room one day. That's all that happened, and it was a result of her trying to get back in. I got to get a new door. That's all it was. Will you guys relax? I mean, that's not the. You guys are like, guys. You analyze. It's not a lie. It's the truth. You analyze every single detail about everything. It's like, guys, we had a tough year, man. You guys have no compassion. You have no heart. You guys are worried about the dumbest things. My wife passed away. My mother passed away. You guys are worried about a little crack in the door. That's what you're worried about. That's what you're concerned. You're like, look, there's a little crack in the door. A little crack in the door. My beautiful wife, my mother passed away, my dog passed away. You think a crack in the door? Relax, guys. I'll get a new door. I'll fix it. Relax, chill out. Just like I cleaned the house, I'll get another door for $50. Sophia had a wonderful birthday. Now they're coming up with this speculation. No, I didn't break the door down. And Will knows to not ever. No, that would never happen. Look, Will has enough respect for all of us to understand that when he's here, it's all supervised. Everything is supervised. That's it. It's all supervised. I would never in a million years. Look, I love William, and he knows this. William knows this. There's no chance of him being alone with my daughter in a room. He knows this, William. That would never ever happen. So to answer your question. Now, and it's not that I don't like, I think William's a great kid. But there's no way my daughter's 12 years old. There's no way he's going to be in a room with my daughter and the door's closed. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Sorry. That's not going to happen. Not with my daughter. But anyway, stop saying terrible things, Tom. Talking about a 12-year-old girl. Stop it. What's up, race fan? Look, I got to stay strong for my kids. There's no alternative. There's no choice. I have to be strong for my kids. My kids want a life. They need to have a happy life, my children. I look into their eyes. And you know what I see? Dad, be strong for us. We need you, Dad. And that's it. That's all I could do. What's the last movie we watched? I like watching a lot of the old movies with the kids, I like to teach them about Rocky, and we actually watched. We watched tonight Tango and Cash. Yeah, I know it's an old movie. I love Sylvester Stallone. Kurt Russell. Great movie. And the band, Bad English, the song, the best of what I got. A lot of people don't know Bad English. Bad English was when Journey kind of like, they were having problems with Steve Perry, and they wanted to start a whole new thing. So all the band members like Jonathan Cain, Neil Sean, I think Steve Smith was in the band, so I'm not sure, but they started Bad English. Bad English is a great band, man. They had that song "When I See You Smile." I don't know if you remember that song. That was one of their big hits. But on the movie Tango and Cash, it was the best of what I got. Great song, man. Jennifer did watch a lot of horror films. Yes, Jennifer loved horror films. Loved horror films. I don't know. Laura's not. She wasn't big into horror films. Laura, you want to laugh? I'll tell you a little secret. Okay. So Laura, when she was at the house one day, when she was cooking for us that one day, I actually wanted to put on a horror film, and we put on that what was it, Brightburn, and she was getting very affected by it. She doesn't like horror films, so we ultimately had to switch it to the movie Norbit. I know, I'm not gonna say nothing, but we watched the movie. We watched Norbit. Anyway, Sasha, good night to you. God bless you. Thank you for all your support. And yes, I would love to be your friend, Sasha. Okay, I would love to be your friend. Okay, we'll keep in touch. We will definitely keep in touch. Have a wonderful night. Everyone say good night to Sasha. Good night, Sasha. Look, guys, here's what I'm going to tell you about the car situation. In a very short period of time, I'm eventually getting a new car. That's all you guys need to know. Okay, I know you guys want to know all the details of my business, but I'm planning eventually on getting a very, very, really, really good car. Okay, which is not going to be too much longer from here. Okay, so this particular car right now, it gets me from point A to point B. That's all it is. Okay, so leave it at that. Okay, in a very short period of time, I'm gonna have a really gorgeous car. So I don't know yet. I'll let you know. Okay, but it's gonna be really, really nice. I might stay with the GMC brand. We'll see. I'm not sure yet, or I'll let you know. Guys, this is what you don't understand. You know what you guys don't understand is that I've been through the hardest year of my life. Okay. And you just don't want to understand. And I'm not going to get into details, but that's all you need to understand. You're not understanding that I went through the hardest year. Like, we're not talking about just small problems here. We're not talking about little things. We're talking about my wife, Jennifer, passing away. Do you understand what that means? This is the mother of my children, our children. This is my soulmate. This is my best friend, my lover. Jennifer completed me in my life. God bless you, Sasha. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful night. Stop saying things that are not true, guys. But this is the thing. You guys are not, I don't think you're fully understanding the severity of what I've been through. I don't think you're really like you know what you guys are doing? You guys are trying to make it seem like I didn't go through anything. This is what it is. And you're just like, Rich, like, what are you doing, man? What's going on with the house? What's going on with the car? What's going on with this? What's going on with that? You're right. That's a very good statement. Some people will never understand until it's them personally. But let me just, I want to really talk about this. And I want you to understand how severe it is what I've been through. Guys, I'm lucky I'm still standing. That's how severe it was. I'm lucky I'm still standing. Okay, and I am. And now you might say, well, how are you still standing? I'm still standing because I got two children that need me. That's why. I got two children that need me. They desperately need me. I have to be here for them. But guys, there's no way you're going to be 100%. Like, for all of you people out there who want to be critical to me and judge me, it is not possible. It is not possible to be 100% with the amount of loss that I had and the children had. You can't be 100%. You're going to make mistakes. It's impossible. And that's another thing, like how all of you guys talk to me. You talk to me like you expect me to be 100%. You expect me. You just expect me to have everything going perfectly. Like no mistakes. Are you nuts? No mistakes. My wife passed away. My mother passed away. My dog even passed away. I mean, but look, the big thing was obviously, listen to me, that it all happened in 1 year. See, a lot of times when see, this is the thing, when people have relatives that pass away, sometimes it happens over a span of like years, you know? You have to say all of this happened in 1 year. This is what you're not, forget about 1 year. My mother passed away in 2 weeks from when my wife passed away. Do you understand how devastating that is? Can't you understand how catastrophic that is? Do you understand that? My wife passed away, and 2 weeks later, my mother passed away. And you guys are talking about my car. You're talking about my house being dirty. I'm lucky I'm standing with what I've been through. And the reason why I am is because of my children. It's because of my kids. They need me. Laura said I'm into men. Well, I assure you that's not true. Thank you. God bless. A father loves, women, but I will tell you this. I've always been a one woman guy. I always been a one woman guy. I've never been a guy who goes out with a lot of girls. I've always been a relationship guy, a one woman guy. Um, it's a lot to go through. Some people can't keep going after that. They give up. Proud of you for standing up and staying here for your kids. Thank you, Melinda. See, Melinda is speaking facts now, okay? Why can't everybody be like Melinda and Sasha? She was really nice. Can everyone read Melinda G. Marshall's comment? I want everyone to take a minute, and I want you to read her comment. It's a lot to go through. Some people can't, go on after that. They give up. Proud of you for standing up and staying here for your kids. See, what I like about that comment, we all lose loved ones, blue. But okay, there's a difference between losing a loved one, and there's a difference between losing pretty much your entire family and your entire support system. There's a difference. Like, I'll give you an example. I've lost loved ones in the past. You want me to listen to me? My grandmother's passed away. I had uncles who passed away. My father passed away. Okay. But this is the thing. I'm going to say something that I can't say it any other way. I have to say it truthfully. I had a really, really tough childhood. I had a really tough childhood. And I love my father. My father, I will always love him. But I had a tough childhood. Unfortunately, there was a lot of fighting in the household. I had to protect my mother. Like I said, my mom and my dad had a really, really bad marriage. And my mom, like I don't want to be disrespectful to my father, but let's just say I had the responsibility, unfortunately, of taking care of my mother my whole entire life. Thank you so much, Neil. So I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but I was very, very close. I was closer to my mom, because I had to take care of her. I had to protect her my whole entire life. When my father passed away, it hurt me because he's my father. Okay, it hurt me. But the thing is, I was able to get through it because, listen, guys, I had Jennifer, I had my mom, I had my two major support systems. These are my angels here. This is the rocks of my family. But when Jennifer passed away, God bless you, Irish breakfast. God bless you and your mom. God bless your family. When Jennifer and my mom passed away, it was devastating. It was devastating. It was nothing I've ever experienced before in my entire life. I've never experienced anything like this before. Like I said, you're on a public live, bro. I understand that. Are you talking to me? I don't know if you're talking to Big Rick. Big Rick is just a loser. But anyway, I've never experienced anything like losing my wife and my mom before. That it was there's no words to describe. There's no words to describe the pain and suffering that I am going through. I can't describe it to you with words. I can't. I can't describe it to you. I'm glad that you find all of this entertaining. Let me tell you, can I tell you the difference between me and all of you? Thank you, Race Fan 21. Can I tell you the difference? Despite the fact that I may hate a lot of you the way you hate me, if you had a situation similar to mine, okay, where your wife passed away, like say that guy, what's his moron's name? Was it Slick Rick? Big Rick 2400. If Big Rick had, thank you, James Gonzalez, you're the best too. If Big Rick had a similar situation, and I don't wish it upon him, but if he had, thank you, Guns and Rots, if he had a similar situation happen to him, I would have compassion for him. I would, even though I hated him, even though I hate that guy, I would have compassion. Guy has no compassion. This guy has absolutely no compassion at all. Zero. No heart, no soul, nothing. This guy is, to me, I used to study this stuff. Like, I don't know if you know, like the super ego. Okay. Super ego is kind of what separates us from like people like serial killers. You have no super ego, you have no conscience. You understand? You have absolutely no empathy. To me, that's kind of like a serial killer. You understand? That's like a serial killer, someone who has no conscience, no empathy. And when we think of people like that, you're right, Dave. You're right. But when we think about people like that, what do we think about? We think about Jeffrey Dahmer. We think about Richard Ramirez, right? Ted Bundy. Okay. But the funny thing is, there are people that, like Big Rick, that I feel are equally on the same level, in my opinion. And some of these haters, you are equally on the same level as like a Jeffrey Dahmer. to me. You have no super ego, you have no compassion, no empathy, nothing, zero. And it's pretty scary. I'm sorry, Dave. I'll stop. I am Christian, yes. Hey, Dave, how you doing, brother? Let's talk to Dave. Dave, we got to jam out, man. When are we gonna jam one day? We got to figure out a way to get you on the drums, brother. We got to play some great music. We got to touch base. When you're not busy, I'll give you a call. You want to know what it is? Look, you want to know what it is? Well, let me read this first. Guns and Rots. I've noticed a lot of ones you say are haters had compassion, but they believe you lie so much that they turn. No, they never had compassion. Guns and Rots. Look, I hate to break it to you. These people hated me from day one. They never had compassion. I'm sorry. I don't want to disagree. I respectfully disagree with you. These people never had compassion. I'm talking about years ago. I'm talking if you rewind the tape to 2021, you'll still see these people. You'll still see these people hating. When my wife was alive, I was actually, I'll give you an example. When my wife was alive, I went to her channel. I saw all the same haters. Listen to this, right? Just to prove that your point is wrong, Guns and Rots. I saw all the same haters on my wife's channel, and they were abusing her. They were abusing her. Okay, these people are just born haters, man. They're just like like that movie Natural Born Killers, where Woody Harrelson, right? They're natural born haters. These people just hate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's all they do is hate. Moo Monster's always been a pretty good guy. He's a loyal friend. I never had a problem with Moo Monster. Irish breakfast, Apefather. I don't like to see politics in church. These pastors and priests should stick to ministries of soul. Stay out of politics. You know what? What's happening nowadays? Talking about politics, right? I'll make you laugh. I noticed that I've never seen anything like this before. Politics has now become a very, very big part of relationships. Like if you ever go like on a dating app, I'll give you an example, right? Sometimes just for fun, that I do this stuff or entertainment. I'm not looking to meet anybody. I have somebody, by the way, that's we've been talking for about now a couple of months. We're taking it slow. Look, guys, all I do is think about Jennifer or my wife, but you have to have a little bit of an adult interaction. You do. Listen, you can't be with kids all the time. You guys don't understand. If you're with kids all the time, you start going a little crazy. So you do need to have a little bit of adult just companionship. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. So on these dating apps, right? You see these women that will be like, they'll say all this wonderful stuff. I'm a family person. I'm very loyal. I'm a great cook. All this stuff. And then underneath it, they'll say, but if you support President Trump, get lost. If you're part of MAGA, I want nothing to do with you. And I'm saying to myself, that's crazy, right? That's how like politics has now become a part of relationships. Like people literally would not want to date you or be in a relationship with you if you have a different political stance. And that's pretty crazy. Melinda, you still need companionship from an adult. It's very true. Well, look, I'll make you laugh, Melinda. You want to laugh? Look, this part's not funny. Okay, when my wife passed away, that's catastrophic. And my mom passed away, that's catastrophic. But the thing was, for the first 4 months, all I did was hang out with my kids and their friends. This is the funny part now. This is the funny part. And how could I put this? I'm trying to explain it to you. Me and my wife, Jen, we used to go out with the kids. I'll give you an example, right? And the kids would drive us crazy all night because kids will be kids. You know how kids are. It's always screaming, yelling, going completely nuts, having fun. You know how kids are. So at the end of the night, when the kids would go to sleep, me and Jennifer would have our alone time. Watch a movie, get a little popcorn, Make love. I'll make love to you. You know what I mean? Like we have our adult stuff, right? But this is the thing. Now that Jen, when she passed away, my beautiful wife, I love her. I miss her so much. I would spend not one night with, like every night with the kids. Like you're talking about 4 months straight. All I did was hang out 7 days a week with like Michael, Sophia, William. Like I'm talking like every single day. And it gets to a point when you're with kids every day that you start feeling like the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, with Jack Nicholson. You start freaking out after a while. Like you literally hear the screaming in your head. Like I'm sleeping, I'm like shaking in my bed from all the screaming. I couldn't take it anymore. So you need, at some point, you need to break away from that. You need to have a little bit of like an adult companionship, just so you could talk about adult things, blah blah blah. You have to, because I'm telling you from experience, you will lose your mind. You'll go crazy if you hang out with kids every day, and I did it. So I'm speaking to you from experience. I hung out with kids every day, and after about 4 months, it starts to get to you. But anyway, Father, I'm old fashioned, nostalgic, sentimental. You never been married, you're 42. You're still young. You're still young. 42 is young. People say I'm young. I don't feel young, but they say I'm 48. They like to tell me you're still young, they say. I agree with that statement. F the haters, race fan. Look, I admit to you that I let it get to me too much. I gotta stop it, man. I gotta stop it. I gotta stop letting this stuff get to me. Melinda's the best here. Always want to laugh. All I have is my 14-year-old son, and I'm starting to talk to him now, and it's scary. Lost my partner in 2021 again. God bless you. My heart goes out to you for your loss of your partner, Melinda. We would hang out together, but I'm going nuts with no adults. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know how it feels because I spent 4 months straight. 4 months straight. I think that's why I got. You want to know what happened to me with the love card? Now that I'm thinking back on it, I was so desperate for an adult conversation. I think that's how the whole Sarah thing started. Because now that I'm looking back on it, for 4 months straight, I was with my kids, my kids, my kids, my kids. And then like Sarah started talking to me like 4 hours, 5 hours, several hours a day. I think that's what happened. And after at first there was no money involved with Sarah. The first month, she didn't ask for any money. It happened after like 2 months. But I was in such a desperation at that point. I was vulnerable. I was not myself. And she was like, "Can you help me out with this? Can you help me out with that?" I was like, "Yeah, whatever. I'll never do that again." Of course. Yeah, I was just so desperate for some form of adult conversation. Now that I'm looking back on it, the thing what happened with Laura was this. Look, Laura was a local girl. Okay, she lives like Laura lives 2 minutes away from me, with her mom. And what I liked about Laura, we'll sum it all up. I like that she was Italian. I'm Italian. She's Italian. I like that she's from Brooklyn. I didn't like that she didn't like L&B Spumoni Gardens. How the F-U-C-K? See, let me explain something to you about Ellen. Okay, to be fair, she said she didn't like the pizza, but my God. Do you understand what L&B Spumoni Gardens is to people from Brooklyn, Italians from Brooklyn? You're talking about, like, this is like Madison Square Garden. This is like Buckingham Palace. You understand? L&B Spumoni Gardens is royalty. And I have never met anyone in my life. It is a huge red flag. Like we were sitting down, we're at Mama Rosa's. Let me just tell you this really quick, Cigar King, and I'll answer your question. We're at Mama Rosa, we're sitting down, I'm eating dinner, and I'm telling the kids, I'm like, guys, I miss going to L&B. This is how it started. I'm like, we got to go to L&B's for Gardens. I can't. I'm dreaming of L&B's for Gardens. So Laura says, I hate L&B's for I hate the pizza there. So at first I thought she was just joking. You think like someone's kidding. She's because this is an Italian from Brooklyn. I'm like, yeah, ha 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 ha. She goes, no, I'm serious. She goes, I hate that pizza. And she goes, she even said this. She even said the restaurant itself, she did say this, is overrated. Now, again, I got to explain this to all of you. L&B Spumoni Gardens is Brooklyn Italian royalty. You cannot, like, she even told me it's the Holy Grail, right? It's the Holy Grail, exactly. She even told me that she was talking like this online, and some guy, like, now this wasn't me, but some guy like threatened her. Some guy, and she was like, "Can you believe that this guy threatened me?" I said, "Yeah." I was like, "You're talking bad about L&B?" I said, "You can't do that." Again, I don't condone that stuff. Okay, look, I would never ever threaten any woman or be, I'm just saying to you, I understand that if you bad about L&B, you're going to get a lot of people angry. That's all I'm saying to you. Yeah, I mean, L&B is the holy grail. Okay. So that was the first thing. I got to be honest with you. Like, I was like, I didn't even want to talk to Laura anymore after that. And the only reason why I continued talking to her, my daughter, I wanted to have friends, she had a daughter that was 2 years older than her. I thought it was a good idea. They could become friends. My son was looking up to her son, who's a Marine, and he's into cars and trucks. So I just thought the whole thing was a good thing. Laura said, here's another thing. Laura's like, look, Rich, I've been my whole life, she was like, I was born to be like a housewife. This is what she was telling me. I was born for it. She goes, I can help you. I can help you cook. I can help you clean. I can help you with all this stuff. Now, I told Laura from the beginning, I'm like, Laura, we really desperately need your help. But the thing is, I don't want a relationship. I was like, Laura, do you think we could be friends? Like, but I told her, I'll treat you like a queen. I said, listen, you help me. I'll do whatever what do you want? You want money? I offered the cash. I'm like, you want cash? She goes, I don't want cash. I said, I'll buy you dinners. I took her out for 10 dinners. But it was understand why. I'm ready for your question. Why did I take Laura out for 10 dinners? Why did I do all of this stuff? Why did I buy her cigarettes all the time? Because she said she was gonna help me clean my house. That's the thing. She said she was gonna help us. We desperately needed that help. I thought she was gonna help us. Next thing I know, not only does she not help us, she has a daughter go upstairs and film my bathroom without my consent when it was all messy like that. And then she puts it on her YouTube channel to embarrass me, to humiliate me like that. Now, she turned out to be a complete Norman Bates anyway. Go ahead, go ahead, Cigar King. Melinda says she's from Cape Cod, and you know all about the food there and how famous it is. Yes, it's beloved by everyone. Oh, Ella Spumoni Gardens is absolute royalty in Brooklyn. Look, I wrote the Brooklyn song. I don't know if everybody knows this, but the basis of the Brooklyn song is L&B. It's what I talk. I talk about John's Deli. I talk about L&B. L&B's royalty, man. I don't think, honestly, look, I don't think I can ever really, really care for a person that doesn't like L&B. I'm sorry. I just can't. That's too, look, we had a few differences here and there. Like Laura felt the correct pronunciation of mozzarella. That's how we say it in Brooklyn. She says mozzarella. No, I say it's not mozzarella. I thought it's mozzarella. Okay, it's mozzarella. So that was another thing that I listen. People from Brooklyn, we say mozzarella. That's what we say, not mozzarella. It's regatta. It's not regatta. It's not regatta. It's regatta. Hey, what's up, Larry? You're not even from Brooklyn, and you know about it. You know about L&B, yeah. So then I found out that Laura was telling me she doesn't even like Brooklyn Square. Like, she doesn't like, I'm like, you don't even like Brooklyn Square? You know what, Tom's River? That's another great pizzeria. What's up, Larry? How you doing, man? I don't know if I'd get married if I could. Listen, if you met the right person, Irish, you know, it could still happen. You're young. You're 42. Don't rush it. Always wait for the right person. Oh, is that your question? Okay, I'm going on the record here. I believe Angie was American Dream. That's in my look. I can't prove it, but I'm pretty confident that Angie was always American Dream. American Dream, by the way, I believe is Tom's enlarged prostate too. I believe that's American Dream. I think that's American Dream. He's probably like, "Why are you ratting me out here, Apefather?" American Dream is a talented guy. I have to admit, besides the fact that he's a complete utter ball breaker, Mike Cummings, he has good characters. No, I'm saying he has good characters. I like to call him the character man, and he creates great characters. One of the characters I believe he created was Angie. No, it was not Jennifer. My wife would have no. First of all, my wife would never insult another man's wife. Okay, if you knew anything about my wife Jennifer, you would know that she would never insult another man's wife. Never in a million years would my wife ever do anything like that. Hey, father, do your best Robert De Niro impression. Well, you talking to me, huh? Well, there's so many of them. Is that you talking? You talking to me, huh? Robert De Niro say, listen, it's on the house. Nah. Listen to me. Listen to me. It's on the house. It's on the house. There's so many, right? There's so many of them. Listen to me. I thought you were going to be mad at me. Mad at you. You learned the most important things here, okay? You never rat on your friends. You understand? You always keep your mouth shut, okay? You got pinched, but you got pinched like a champ. There's so many of them. Casino, Sam Broadstein. What do you do? Nicky, this is a straight guy now. You understand? He's going to run to the feds. I got to straighten this out. I got to straighten this whole thing out. He goes, listen to me, you don't have to worry about your stupid license. He goes, you come with me. I'm going to run all of Las Vegas. Listen to me. Honestly, my favorite person in Casino is not Robert De Niro. It's Joe Pesci. I'm not going to lie to you. Look, I like, listen, Sam Broadstein was really cool. Okay, but no. But Joe Pesci, Nicky, was the best, man. Oh my God, he was great. Joe Pesci is the best. My favorite line in Casino, my favorite line was when he says to the banker, remember the banker? He goes, you're harder to get on the phone than the president. Yeah, I've been very busy. You've been very busy. He says, listen, to be fair, he goes, I think it's important that you understand exactly what it is that I do, because I just want to explain to you what I do. Okay. Like on Monday morning, I'm going to get up nice and early. I'm getting, make myself a little breakfast, little pancakes. I'm adding lib. After I'm done with my breakfast, I'm going to come over to the bank. And if you don't have my money for me, remember, I'm going to bust your head open in front of everybody in the bank. And, jail's a part of my business. I don't care about jail. Hopefully, by the time I'm getting out of jail, you're going to be getting out of your coma. And guess what? I'll bust your head open again. He was the best, man. And just so that you know, this is a movie I'm quoting, Casino. I got to watch everything I say with these haters. I didn't rattle Laura. Zadie, you don't have your facts straight. Zadie, okay, can we start from the beginning? Zadie, you know what I hate about you? Zadie, why can't you just get your facts straight? Zadie, why can't you get your facts straight? Laura called the police on me because she wanted to pick up a friggin' butter knife. Then she called the police on me because she did a wellness check. So do you know all of this, Zadie? Then CPS, was called, Zadie. CPS was called, Zadie. So all of this happened first. And by the way, nothing is coming of that police report. That's a stupid thing. Relax. Nothing even came of it. Relax, man. It's look, you know what the cop told me? You want me to tell you what the police officer? I didn't rat. The police officer told me it's a civil matter. This is what the police officer said. He said, I would have to take it to court if I wanted to regarding the whole invasion of privacy. And by the way, I'm considering it. Guys, it did cause me damage. Look, you want to know how Laura caused me damage? And I'm thinking about it. I'm not saying I'm definitely going to do it. Laura caused me damage. First of all, she humiliated me. Okay, Zadie, she humiliated me. So Zadie, how do you propose I take care of it? Like, see, you want to know what it is with these people? Can I tell you what it is? Zanny and all these haters desperately want me to get in legal trouble. You want to know why it bothers them if I call the police? Because I'm not going to get in any legal trouble. See, that's not what Zanny wants. Zanny wants me to do something illegal. All of the haters want me to do something illegal. This is what they want. Oh, they'll be so happy then. Like if I would say something like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go down there with a pair of friggin' pliers and a blowtorch and go to work on the homes there, right? No, Zanny would love that shit. Zanny would say, "Now we're talking, Rich." That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, and then I go to jail, I get arrested. All for what, you know? I mean, come on. So, Tom, let me ask you a question. What do you tell me what you propose I should have done? Okay, so Laura had her daughter go upstairs and film my bathroom. That was a complete mess without my consent. Okay, so what do you feel I should have did? You're saying I should have got someone to go pay her a visit? Is that what you're saying? Tell me. Well, no, listen to me. Tell me what do you mean leave it alone? She had no right to do that. She had no right to do that, Tom. You know, you people make me laugh. Tough shit, move on. She had no right to humiliate my family, you sick lunatic nut job. It's irrelevant. Keep a clean house. People don't have the right to invade your privacy, bro. Could you example? Could you imagine? I went upstairs when I was in Laura's house. Could you imagine? I went through her drawers. Example. And let's just say we found something in there. I'm not going to say anything. Okay? Let's say and I start filming it. You say let's say she had a little toy. Let's say she had a little toy. Okay. No, but I'm just saying. Do you think she would have appreciated that if I would have filmed it in her house? I'm just saying. I mean, these guys want to make it seem like she was right what she did. She wasn't right. It's irrelevant that the bathroom was filthy. Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's just drop it. You guys are not going to stop. Let me go back to something else. Let me go to a different subject. I don't think I would waste my time going to civil court at all. I once again, I don't agree with you, Guns and Rots, because let me tell you the reason why I don't agree with you. She also mentioned a business name that potentially cost me employment. You know, say this was a side job I was going to do. She had no business bringing up Dave. You know that charity thing. That was there was just no reason for that. That was just her being a psychotic Norman Bates lunatic. I mean, she had no reason bringing that up. So she could have. So that's damages right there. You know, this is all very very harassment in my opinion. It damage. There was no reason for her to go crazy like this. But look, she destroyed the relationship. She destroyed the relationship. Okay. God, this guy. American Dream. Just say you're American Dream. Stop acting like Tom. Break out of the character. He's in a character right now, American Dream. Melinda, and then she posted it. You can't really do that unless you want to be held responsible for any damages that stem from it. And sometimes you need to make the report to create a record. See, Melinda, can I tell you what it is? Look, these haters are picking on me for so many things, okay? They're picking on me because the Apefather is a man's man. I'm from Brooklyn. I am a man's man, and I am from Brooklyn. And I do believe that you never rat. But I don't consider what I did ratting. That's not, here's ratting. You want to hear what ratting is? I'll give you an example. If me and, oh, by the way, I probably shouldn't even say this, but I'll say it. Um, Laura, Laura's always short on money. Laura's always short on money. And let's just say, like, she says to me one day, she says to me, I got to go to like a Walgreens or some shit. Right? She said, after I'm done with Walgreens, right? She says to me, I know she's going to comment on this one. She says, I'll stop by your house because I was going to take it to get a bagel. I was going to take it to get a coffee and bagel. She comes to my house. Her bag is filled with shit. Her bag, listen to me, her bag is filled with all this stuff. So I'm thinking to myself, like, how is her bag filled with all this stuff if she has no money? You understand? She has no money. She goes, Rich, I got no money. I'm going to stop by Walgreens. You want to know why her bag, I'll say it's alleged, but you want to know why her bag was filled with all this stuff? Because she shoplifted. I'll say it's alleged. I'll say it's alleged. Never stole anything, you sick lunatic. Zanny, I never stole anything from Acme. You are a psychopathic Norman Bates nut job. The owner of Acme confirmed to your haters. Haters called up and they asked him, they said, did he ever steal anything? He said, no. The problem that Acme had with me is that they did not want me filming in the supermarket. That's it. Bottom line. They were like, we don't want you filming any type of live stream or any video in the supermarket. Okay. But no, nothing was ever stolen. I don't steal. Sick lunatics. Listen, Zanny, I don't steal. Okay. That's the bottom line. If I'm short on money, if I have a ton of money, I don't steal. All right. I'm not going to argue with you guys anymore. L&B or Carmine's? L&B is better than Carmine's. 100%. Carmine's is awesome, but L&B is better. Am I rich? My name is Rich. Did Joe Pesci whack Lou? You're funny. I gotta watch everything I say with these haters. Okay, look, I never got along with Lou, but I always said, may he rest in peace. I say, God bless him, God bless his family. I'm a gentleman, all right? You want to laugh? It's funny you say, am I Jewish? You know, there was a time where, can I make you laugh? Just like, come on, let's be funny. Can we be funny? I was coming home one time. I was working in the city. This was a long time ago. So I was going on this. I was on the Staten Island ferry, right? So I had one of my long black trench coats on. You understand? So this guy, it was like it was a Jewish guy. He was like promoting something. I don't know what was going on in like the synagogue in Manhattan. He had like these flyers with him, and he came to me, shalom, and he starts talking to me. So I'm like, I'm like, what can I do for you, chief? What can I do for your buddy? He goes, you're Jewish, right? You're Jewish. I'm like, no, I'm not Jewish. Like, why? He goes, you look Jewish. He said, I had the long black jacket on. You understand? So I actually one time got that. Am I Jewish? Oh, Zanny Savage. You love breaking balls, this guy. Zanny, what is it? Do you get a kick out of me being short on money, Zanny? Is that what it is? That's funny, right? Zanny, why do you wish such bad things for me, Zanny? Why can't you wish good things for me, man? What's wrong with you, Zanny? Zanny, if I told you I was coming into a lot of money, would that bother you, Zanny? Okay, but would it bother you in a very short period of time? I'm going to have a lot of money that I could go buy two Lamborghinis. Would you be upset over that? Zanny, would you be upset? Would that hurt you, Zanny? Would you start crying at night? Like, would you have to get some therapy? Like, just like this guy always wishes bad things. Wish good things, Zanny. Don't wish bad things on people. Wish good things on people. I never wished anything bad on you or your brother. I never did. I never did, brother. Even though you lied to me. You want to talk about truth? Okay, Zanny. Zanny lied to me. He said he was going to come to my protest. He says to me, Rich, me and my brother, we're going to support you. We're talking about liars, okay? He goes, Rich, me and my brother, we're coming from Canada. He goes, we're going to support you at the protest. Zanny, you never came to the protest, Zanny. Zanny, you never came, Zanny. So I guess that makes you a liar. I guess that makes you a liar. Zanny, I have the email saying that you're coming with your brother. Would you like me to show that? Because I have it. I have an email from you, Zanny. I still have it. I have an email saying, I promise you, Apefather, that I am coming to support you, to support my AMC brothers. I am coming to the protest with my brother. Would you like to see the email? Would you like to see the email? Zandy, you're the liar. You're the liar, not me. What's up there, Justin? 2026 has got to be a better year. Has to be, I hope. Passports suck, absolutely. Look, I don't know what to tell you about the guy, Billy. I met him one time. I don't know what happened to him after that. John Nito, by the way, did not disappear. John Nito goes under like an alias name. He still comes to the live streams. He still comes. He comments on all the videos. I'm not going to tell you what his name is because that would be me breaking a promise to him. Okay, no, but John Nito is okay. He comes under a different name, bro. Honestly, I think that Lou faked his own death, took over for Epstein. You funny race fan. I found it very hard to believe when Lou passed away too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really believe it at first, but it's been so long now that I mean, if Lou took it this far, that would be crazy, right? Like if Lou is still alive, that would be crazy. But I have to be honest, I was shocked when I found out. I was shocked when who was it? That guy, Elk Spaghetti. He said that Lou passed away. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. I don't know. I just couldn't believe it. Again, may he rest in peace. God bless. Guys, my wife passed away. My mother passed away. What do you think? What do you think? I don't. You don't think I understand? I understand that this has been the most devastating time of my life, man. Now, all jokes aside, yes. Tom, you have friends too. American Dream. Isn't it? Look, isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic that American Dream 2025 is here and Tom is here at the same time? Can I ask you a question? Do you have like separate computers? Is that how you do it? Like, are you on like, or do you just like, is it separate windows, or is it separate computers? One thing I'll give you credit with, Mike. We got to give Mike Cummings credit. Everyone has to give Mike Cummings credit. Mike Cummings is in good shape, man. Mike. You're no joke, man. You're working out like Rocky Balboa, man. You're working out like Sly, man. I got to give him credit, man. You got to give him credit where credit's due. The dude is working out really hard. He's looking diesel. He's looking fit. I got to do it. I think for 2026, I want to go head to head with American Dream. I'm going to start working out. Maybe he can help me. Maybe he can give me some pointers. I want to start working out. I want to get in shape. See, one thing you don't know about me, American Dream, is I'm a big guy. If I work out, I'm already naturally built. I would look really good. I'm a strong guy. I just got to get my head on straight. That's the thing. You still have your beautiful wife, Cindy. Okay, you have your wife. I have discipline, but it's hard when you're going through so much, when you're hurt and you're heartbroken. I got to get my head back on straight. That's what it is that I'm going through a lot of hurt. All this time you've been making fun of me. What you don't understand is all of it was distractions. Sarah was a distraction. I know you don't believe this, American Dream. Everything was a distraction. I didn't want to face the pain. I couldn't face the pain of my beautiful wife and my mom passing away. You guys just don't understand the pain it was. You don't understand it. Sometimes what it is, when you're going through so much pain and suffering, you just need a distraction. You got to distract your head. Lou was a great YouTuber. Lou was a great entertainer. You know, Lou was able to get many, many thousands of people to watch him all the time. Okay, Lou was well loved, and he was a great YouTuber, and he was a great entertainer. No question, he was an OG. Look, if it was different circumstances, I actually think that me and Lou would have probably got along. I think if it was different circumstances, I think we would have got along. Okay, but unfortunately, it just turned out the way it turned out. Oh, it is very. It's the pain is. See, you want to know what it is, Belinda? You understand this. There's only two things you could do when you go through the pain that we went through, the pain you went through with your partner. And I don't know how you went about it. I don't know. I know you have a 14-year-old, God bless, that you're taking care of. But the only way you could go about it is one of two ways. Okay, the first way is to take it on head on, meaning to accept it and deal with it. I chose to not do that. I did not want to take it on. I did not want to accept it. So what I did instead was I looked for distractions. I looked for a distraction. Anything that's a distraction. Anything that could take my mind off of it. And it worked. That's like the whole Sarah thing. It worked. It was like a distraction. Now, the problem with the distraction thing is when Sarah eventually, showed her true colors that she was, in fact, I'll say it's alleged, but a love con. And after she got money from me, she decided she no longer wanted to speak to me. The problem is once the distraction ends, the pain comes back tenfold. The pain and the suffering hits you. That's why I was crying. You know what you guys don't you guys all believe I was crying over Sarah. You guys don't listen to me. I try to be honest with you. I try to tell you the truth, but you don't want to accept the truth. You don't. I was crying because when Sarah didn't want to talk to me anymore, I didn't want to lose her. Because by losing Sarah, that means I have to go back to now accepting my wife passed away. I have to go back to accepting my mom passed away. Don't you understand that? And that's why I broke out. Yeah, but did you ever notice this, Melinda? That if the distraction didn't work out, I don't know if you ever went through this before, but for me, if the distraction didn't work out, the pain rushed back. It comes back tenfold. It comes back tenfold. I don't know. I don't know if anyone has ever experienced this before. I'm only telling you what I've experienced. So here's what happened. When I distracted my mind, I was okay. I have to admit to you, I don't know. I was still hurt, obviously. I was hurt. But the distraction was a good way for me to not dwell. You know what I mean? Not dwell on the pain, not dwell on the suffering. And it took my mind into a different place. But when Sarah was like, that's it, I got enough money, I don't want to talk to you no more. The pain rushed back like a friggin' like a runaway train. It hit me so hard, man. It completely knocked me out. That's why, guys, think about a person crying over the internet. Who would do something like that? Who would do? Why did I do? And I know how you guys all got such a big kick out of it, especially that guy Guns and Rots. He made all kinds of videos on it. Look, whatever, it's fine. I admit to you, I can see how it's funny. I understand how it's good content, but you're talking about a guy who's just a mess. I was a mess, guys. I'm a mess. You guys are capitalizing off me being a mess. Why did I leave? No, there was no reason I left. I left alive. Look, I took it down because look. I don't want to say the things I was saying about Laura's daughters. You want to know why I took the lives down? I don't know. I just don't look. I get very angry sometimes, guys. I get angry. You want to know what got me angry? All the threats with Laura. She doesn't realize it, but she's a very threatening person. She threats a lot of threats. I don't like threats. I don't like threats. Whether it be CPS, whether it be animal welfare, want to take your dog away, whether it be, oh, I'm gonna have all the haters call your relatives and we're gonna, I just don't like that. And it was getting me very angry. And when I get very angry, I say things I don't mean. I admit it to you. I just get very angry. I lose it. So looking back on it, I didn't like the things I was saying. I'm not going to take this down. Will you stop calling me a coward? You're the coward, Zeta, who never showed up to the friggin' to the protest. You're the coward. Jennifer left me for a reason. Jennifer never left me. What are you talking about? These people are all nuts, man. Just reading some of these comments here. What do you know? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me everything you know. Because everything you think you know, you don't know the truth. Tell me. Tell me what you know. These people, man. You have no idea about Melissa and Jimmy. Oh my God, there's stuff I could tell you. I could spend about 5 hours here on this live telling you. You don't even want me to tell you things. Those people, they have a terrible marriage. They have a terrible marriage. Those two. We were at David Buster's. I'll give you this. I'll give you this. We're at David Buster's one time, right? And they were having a war, Jimmy and Melissa. Now, as I always treat Jimmy, because this guy never shells out a dollar. I treated him and his kids. I spent like $500. I got every kid like a $150 game card. I bought dinner. I bought food. I bought everything. They were having a war. These two, I don't know how they're still married. These two have the most disgusting marriage that you could possibly have. And the things that they do in front of their kids is disgraziata. So they were having a war. Melissa takes me on the side. She had a bottle of mace in her pocketbook. And basically, she was ready to pull out the mace and she wanted to friggin' spray it at Jimmy. I had to stop her. I had to have Jimmy go to the other side of David Buster's, okay? Get cursing and screaming. They're poor kids. I'm the one funding the whole thing. I gave every kid a $150 game card. Disgusting, disgusting marriage. These two always wanted to freaking kill each other. I have no idea how they're still together. I have no idea. But anyway, there you go. I didn't end, listen to me, nothing happened that ended the live. I was tired. I was tired, man. I'll go outside, knock on my door, and I'll go outside. These people, man. Guys, you think I'm scared of you people? You people are nuts, man. People are psychos, man. You scared my poor mother that time, my beautiful mom. They sent like DoorDash to my house. It was like midnight, and the guy was banging on my door. My poor mother. May she rest in peace, my beautiful mother Josephine. You scared her that night. You guys scared her that night. I one time saw Commander 35 on my block. I was chasing him down the block. He drove away. American Dream. What do you propose I should have did to Laura? Tell me. What do you propose? What was the right thing to do on her? Tell me. Should I have gone down there? Like, what do you want? What did you want me to do? What did you want me to do? Be a man. I was a man to her. I honored my word to her. Okay, I treated her with respect. I treated her daughter with respect. I treated her son with respect. I treated her mother with respect. You know, let me tell you a little secret about Mr. Michael Cummings. Let me tell you something about this friggin' Mama Luke. Let me tell you something about him. He cries the blues so much on things like perfect example is Lou. Okay, now I don't want to bring up Lou because once again, may he rest in peace. But he talked about all kinds of money he lost. He talked about all kinds of things, blah, 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 blah. So when someone does Michael Cummings wrong, okay, Michael Cummings is not a happy camper. And I can pretty much guarantee you that if you met someone similar to Laura and she did to you, Michael Cummings, okay, what she did to me, oh, I know for a fact that you would be very upset. I know for a fact you would be very upset. Here's the bottom line end result. I was wonderful to her family. I don't give a shit what any of you feel. I was so wonderful. I wanted to be Laura's best friend. I was looking forward to being a best friend. I was wonderful to her. I was wonderful to her daughter, great to her son, great to her mom, great to her stepfather. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong but treat everybody with respect and treat everybody great. They're the ones who did everything to me. That's what you don't understand, Mike Cummings. Okay, she's the one, she called the police to pick up a cooking knife. This is all first blood. She called the police to do a wellness check. See, he doesn't give a shit about this piece of shit. He doesn't care. He doesn't care that CPS was called for no reason. He doesn't care. She's threatening my dog. You know, you're a big dog animal lover. She's to say she's going to call animal welfare. She's telling people to call relatives. See, This guy makes me laugh. This guy, Mike Cummings. Okay, if someone would ever threaten his dogs, oh my God, this guy would flip the F out. If someone would ever threaten his family, okay, this woman said terrible things about my wife, and I don't want to repeat what she said. Okay, so end it. Laura's doing better without you. I don't care about Laura. You guys are trying to make me. I hope she's going to do better without me because I'm never going to speak to her again. So I certainly hope she is doing better. You guys always make me talk about things that I want to talk about. Guys, the bottom line is that if my wife was here right now, here's what she would tell you. She would tell you that Melissa and her brother never ever were there for her in the 10 years that she had cancer. That's what she would say. She would say that in no way, shape, or form, in any way, shape, or form, did they comfort her? Did they help her? Jennifer cried over her brother, okay? And I don't want to talk about it no more because I don't want to I don't want to go there, okay? I was the one who was there for Jennifer. I was the one who loves Jennifer, who stood by her side, who comforted her every night with cancer, who took her to the doctor's appointments, who took her for her surgeries, who did everything. No, Laura would never come to my house because she could get in legal trouble. So now I know you're lying. Uh, you haters, you guys love talking about nonsense. I feel fat. I've been gaining a lot of weight back. I'm eating too much food. I'm thinking about heating up some like fettuccine Alfredo right now, but I'm fat. I got I gotta stop eating. It's like almost 3 o'clock in the morning here. But I'm thinking about a nice little. What do you think, Belinda? Fettuccine Alfredo, 2:30 in the morning. That's a bad idea, right? I definitely gained some weight back. I lost a lot of weight at one point. Yeah, it's too late to eat now. I lost a lot of weight. I'm admitting it to you. I gained some weight back. I gotta lose it again. You would do it? I don't know, maybe I'll look at it. Maybe if I just have a little taste, wet my beak. You say you gotta wet your beak sometimes. Let me see. Hold on. Little fettuccine Alfredo won't hurt nobody. Or a little chicken cordon bleu. Oh, let me see. At one point, I lost. Yeah, it's all about eating right here. At one point, I lost a lot of weight. I lost a lot of weight. Yeah, I better not do this. I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna regret it. I know it. Just see. That's the chicken cordon bleu. This might be is this the fettuccine? Oh, that's the bruschetta. There's some bruschetta here. Forget about it here. That's the bruschetta. This is some leftover chicken cordon bleu over the angel hair. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I got a lot of food here. Is this the fettuccine? That's the fettuccine right here. Here it is. Here's the fettuccine. There's the fettuccine right there. Well, the bruschetta you don't even have to heat up. It's just bread here. I have a little bruschetta here. Forget about it. A couple of tomatoes on there. Forget about it. Okay. Little bruschetta. Forget about it. Yeah, fettuccine looks good too. Zandy's stopping. He's stopping to heat. I have a little fettuccine here. Forget about it. If Laura didn't start this war, she would have probably been out with us for Sophia's birthday. I would have took her to, and she loves Biagio's. Laura told me that out of all the restaurants I took her to, she said Biagio's was the favorite. So Laura kind of blew that for herself. Deal or no deal yet? All right, so I'll eat all the time, and Zanny will stop eating. I'm heating up some fettuccine here. Now you're gonna get into politics. Manja. I never had any boyfriend. Only girls, baby. Apefather loves women, but only one woman. Only one. All right, here. A little fettuccine here. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget it. I still got to heat it up more. It's cold still, I think. Still cold. Those are the birthday candles. I got to throw them away. It's not bad. It's like lukewarm. Oh, yeah. The late night food here. Forget about it. Forget about it. Just a little. I just wanted to wet my beak. Just a little taste. That's enough. Was it almost 3 o'clock in the morning? 2:44. I gotta start working out like American Dream. It's going on 3 a.m. I gotta start working out. I have to admit to you, American Dream is fit. He's the real deal. You know, I like drinking salsa too. I know you guys think I'm a psycho, but I love this shit. I get this all the time, like a nice black cherry salsa. I'm gonna drink this here. I was actually enjoying that. That bruschetta was really good. Some chicken cordon bleu right there. That's a cold piece of chicken right there. Cordon bleu. You don't want that, right? I'll take a bite of cold chicken. Cold chicken cutlet. Not bad though. Good. That's actually pretty good. I got Sophia some nice clothes, a little Ralph Lauren couple of she wanted some clothes I got her. But on top of that, you know, I'm planning something nice. I don't want to discuss it yet. A little trip soon. But not yet. I don't talk about that yet. No, my wife was not going to leave me for strongman personal finance. His wife left him though. His wife did leave him, from what I remember, right? Mmm. Ah, I have a little salsa here, a little black cherry. Yeah, I gotta brush my teeth before I go to sleep. Um, I had a $10,000 bet with a friend once. You want to hear this? $10,000, guns and rots. You think you could do this? I had to eat 4 pizza pies, but this is the thing. My friend said he could put as many toppings on the pie as he wanted. Oh, and he did. That dude filled those pizza pies with extra mozzarella cheese, meatballs, sausage, pepperoni, friggin' onions, peppers. He filled up every pie. I successfully ate 4 pies. But then, which was the impossible part, I'm an idiot that I agreed to this. I had to drink a whole gallon of milk. So my friend said, if you eat the 4 pies and drink the gallon of milk, you get 10 large, $10,000. Now, the thing is, I actually almost drank he was shitting his pants. I literally almost drank the whole gallon of milk. I was down in it. I was down to the end, right to the end, and I freaking threw up all over the bar. I threw up everywhere. And then not only, well, listen, I got him back because he didn't pay me the 10,000, but then he had to clean up the whole bar. He had to clean up all of those meatballs. All the sausage came out, all the pepperoni, the onions, the milk all over the place. It was nasty, man. But that's what he gets for not giving me my 10 large, right? My friend is smart. My friend is smart. He knew it was an impossible bet. He knew that there was no chance that I could do it. But the thing is, I almost did it. I swear to you, I almost did it. I shit you not. I almost did it. I ate the 4 pies. He couldn't believe it, my friend. He's like, I cannot look. I was starving. I didn't eat the whole day, so I made sure I came prepared. He couldn't believe it. I ate the 4. They were round pies. I ate the 4 pies, and what I almost drank the whole gallon of milk. Remember for Sarah, I think I drank I tried to drink the whole gallon of chocolate milk. I think I did like I drank most of the gallon of chocolate milk. I did that to make Sarah laugh. Remember, she was dying laughing. Sarah was like, I don't have a big appetite. I'm a big dude, 6'2", 250, but can never eat a lot. I get stuffed too fast. Well, like Joey Chestnut is not really a big guy. You want to hear a funny story, Guns and Rots? I'll make you laugh. You want to hear a funny story? Okay. I go a lot to this place called Big Ed's for ribs. I haven't been there in a while though. So it's all you could eat. It's all you could eat ribs in Jersey. Friggin' best ribs in New Jersey. This place. Oh my God. Oh my. If you're ever in New Jersey, if you're like by the old bridge area, you gotta go to Big Ed's, man. Big Ed's, man. All you could eat ribs. They don't mess around, man. They give you so much food, you'll faint on the effing floor. So the record, I did it at the time. I think it was like 11 or 12 plates of ribs. I can't remember. Let's just call it 12 plates, okay? I had 12 plates of ribs. A lot of people say I look like Tony Soprano. James Gandolfini, the one and only. God bless him. May he rest in peace. He had the same birthday, James Gandolfini, as my wife Jennifer, September 18th. So anyway, I get a call from the owner the next day because he was so proud that I broke the record. He calls me the next day. Bad news, Rich. Ed, what's going on? He goes, your record got broke. I said, by who? It was some girl. She was like this petite girl. She weighed like 105 pounds, this girl. She had like 13 or 14 plates of ribs. So it just goes to show you it's not about how big you are. There was a girl, she was a petite girl. She was like a very small, tidy girl, and she ate 13 plates. She ate 13 plates of ribs. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. I'm like, some petite girl did that? Man, I feel really fat that I just ate that right now. I shouldn't have did that. Everybody subscribe, please, to the Apefather. We got to get Apefather up there. I got to get to millions of subs, man. I got to do it somehow. I got to make it happen. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada boom. Yeah. That the girl that you might have saw, Melinda, might have been the girl who broke my record. A girl broke the record. She was 105 pounds. I couldn't believe it. A petite girl. Get off the internet, you old geezer. I'm forever young. Forever young. I'm gonna be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever. Forever young. I'm forever young, mother effer. Salud, Gentani. Man. I think I'm gonna go watch a movie now. Relax a little bit. I gotta digest this friggin' fettuccine Alfredo. I just ate bruschetta, cold chicken cutlet. I feel it. I can feel the chicken cutlet rolling in my stomach tonight. Oh Lord, oh Lord. This is where my wife Jennifer would make me Alka-Seltzer. I got it. My wife Jennifer would come to me, my beautiful wife. Remember, she used to make me Alka-Seltzer. Ah, man, she was so wonderful to me, man. That's what you need. You need Alka-Seltzer right now. Am I saying it wrong? Alka-Seltzer. I don't know what that is. American Dream. Are you all natural? I saw in your on your videos though you were taking kratom. You're like Sarah. That's all Sarah used to talk about was that kratom. Are you all natural? You're not taking any performance enhancements, are you? No, you won't answer that question. The only thing about American Dream is his hair. That hair of his is like insane, man. He kind of looks like a wrestler almost with that hair. Doesn't he? He reminds me a little bit of like a wrestler. Because he's in shape. Listen, I got to give him credit. The dude is in shape. Kratom is herbal tea. I don't know. Sarah used to take that shit, man. She used to take that shit. She used to get a little messed up from it. I don't know if there's a different one she took, but. So apparently, American Dreams has got 3 people here right now in the live. He's got Tom, enlarged prostate, and he's got fitness and exercise 55, and then he's got obviously American Dream 2025. You got to change it to now American Dream 2026. Why did Sarah always make it like kratom was like something that gets you high? I don't know. But she was drinking it. It was like she was doing it like it was shots. She was doing the kratom like they were like shots. She got messed up from that shit. I read an article once that people, you better be careful on that shit, American Dream. I'll show you an article. I was reading an article that there were people that were actually, I'll say it's alleged, but I remember reading an article that some people were freaking dying from that shit. They were there. Some of that shit's not good for you, I don't think, man. I mean, unless I have it mixed up with something else. But I don't know. I saw this article. I was reading this whole article on it. I think it was in Florida. Look it up. Look up kratom in Florida, and apparently, a lot of people got really messed up from that shit. Again, I'll say it's alleged because I'm not sure, so I'll say it's alleged. Yeah, that's where she used to go, Sarah. She used to go to the smoke shops, and she would do the shots of kratom. What would be fun? You're a talented guy, and Rots. I gotta say, Guns and Rots is a talented guy. Those little cartoon characters that you do, that are like the whole Family Guy kind of like influence stuff. That shit is funny, man. I gotta tell you, man, that shit is funny. That he did one on me with Sarah where I was playing the piano. Oh man, that shit was funny. I said, be my girlfriend. She said, pay me more money. I was like, bro, you gotta be laughing with that shit. And then the most recent one with all the shit toilet paper, and I was sitting down eating the spaghetti. That shit was pretty funny, man. Yeah, anytime. I have to say, you're a talented guy with that shit. That's some funny shit, man. And it actually looked like me. And it looked like Sarah too. Zanny's not gonna come. Count me in. Every time Zanny says he's coming, Zanny doesn't come. You're not coming, Zanny. I think Zanny said he was gonna come to. That's right. You said you were gonna kind of. Hold on a second. Besides the protest, I just remembered. You told me you were gonna come to Carmine's in Atlantic City at the Tropicana. No, Zanny also said he was gonna come when I did the meet and greet with John Nito. Zanny, you were supposed to come there too. Why don't we meet? Listen, we could be at Carmine's. Is that okay? We'll do an Atlantic City thing. Yeah, Zanny didn't show up to Carmine's. Zanny didn't show up to the protest. Yeah, breaking Zanny's balls now. Now he's getting upset. Zanny's like, "What the f are you doing, Apefather?" Man, my stomach feels fat. I'm fat, you know it. I gained all my weight back. All right, you better show up, Zanny. If you don't show up, I'm coming to Canada. Oh, Canada, my home and native land. Did you ever see the movie Youngblood? It's one of my favorite movies with Rob Lowe and what's his name? Patrick Swayze was in that. That's a great movie, man. For some reason, every time I think of Canada, I think of hockey. I think I like hockey. I think I like Wayne Gretzky. But my favorite hockey movie of all time is Youngblood. Who remembers that movie? Remember Cool Runnings with John Candy? That's a great movie too. The bobsled Jamaican bobsled team. John Candy was the greatest, wasn't he? Oh man, another amazing, amazing, legendary actor, the greatest of all time. Yeah, it should be taken off the market. Yeah, I don't mess around with none of that shit. My therapy is food. That's what gets me high. You know what gets me high? High. Food gets me high. It's so tasty. Food, baby. Food is what gets me high. I love food. I love food. I'm like Don DeLuise in the movie Fatso. Remember that? Whoever saw that movie, Don DeLuise with Fatso. Remember the kitchen? He had all the locks on the cabinets. It's so funny. He went after his brother. Remember? He's like, "Give me the key. Give me the effing key." I did see that movie Identity before. Yeah, it's a good movie. I saw that. I saw that a few years ago. The great Ray Liotta, man. That was a tremendous loss right there. Man, Ray Liotta, man. Oh, Paul Savino. So many, man. Tony Sirico, Paulie Walnuts, James Gandolfini. So many great, amazing actors, you know? You're asking me if I seen the movie Goodfellas? Yes. Many times, my favorite movie of all time. Canada's not that far away. What's Canada like 4 or 5 hours away? Melinda was saying, yeah, it's even worse. A lot of the more commonly abused people, yeah, the withdrawals the tough part. Yes, young. No, I'm saying young bloods. You can't compare young blood. You can't compare young blood to the Godfather. I'm saying what because Eddie's from Canada, so I said when I'm thinking about Canada, I'm thinking about hockey. And every time I think about hockey, I think about the movie Young Blood. But obviously, Goodfellas, Godfather, that's a whole different thing. That's a mafia movies. Paulie Walnuts. Hockey and mafia, no connection. I look like the mob boss, not the lawyer. What are you talking about? I don't look like no lawyer. I look like a lawyer. I never got that before my whole life. Never before my whole life I said I look like a lawyer. My voice is nice. Thank you. I have the Rocky Balboa voice, you know. Yo, Adrian. I did it, Adrian. Yo, Mr. Tiger. You want to get off for the weekend? You want to come to our wedding, huh? Yo, Rocky, how much you clear? I clear like 36,000 from the fight. 36. Listen, you ever think about investing in condominiums? You know, Gazo, I never used them. He was talking about condoms, right? He's like, I don't use them. Are you from America? Yes. Originally from Brooklyn, now I live in New Jersey. No, I'm not, Melinda, I'm not going to try no kratom. I was just breaking American Dreams balls. Him and Sarah, that's the kratom people. Anyway, I'm going to go watch a movie now. Not sure what I'm going to watch. You didn't answer my questions. What's your question? What's your question? Hurry up, ask your question because I'm going to go relax now. Brooklyn born. We got someone from Brooklyn. Okay, wait, hold on a second. What do you think of Ella B's Pomoni Gardens Pizza? You're from Brooklyn, right? Let's test it. You're from Brooklyn, right? We got Diane G. Ella B's Pomoni Gardens is the best, right? Is it the greatest of all time? What's your opinion? Um, the answer to your question, Guns and Rots, I have to say the truth. Laura was just a friend the whole time. So there was never a romantic thing going on with Laura. So the only thing that Laura could possibly come back as is a friend. It's kind of hard to take her back as a friend, being that she's done so much wrong to me. I mean, she did a lot of wrong to me and my kids. So the answer is probably going to be no for that. As far as, see, look, L&B, baby. Back in the day, absolutely. See? Everybody from Brooklyn loves L&B, even people not from Brooklyn. L&B is the greatest. Now, the reason I asked you, Diane, is because I met somebody from Brooklyn recently, this girl named Laura, who said she hated L&B pizza. And it just shocked me. Shocked me. Like that song for Ace Frehley, rest in peace, you know? The great spaceman. Shock me, put on your black leather. Do 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 do. Shock me. We could be together. Anyway, that shit shocked me when she said that she didn't like L&B Spumoni Gardens pizza. Sarah, it's just gotten to the point where it's like it's a legal matter now. You know what I mean? So that's it. Sarah's a legal matter. She turned it into a legal matter. See, Laura, it was more like a friendship thing, you know? Sarah, now it was different. Sarah, I did have interest in. I was attracted to Sarah. But the thing is, Sarah just totally became like this love con. Like, again, I'll say it's alleged, but we know, right? So the thing is that now it's a legal issue, guns and rots. So if Sarah called me out of the blue, it's a legal issue now. It's become a legal issue. That's my answer to your question. I might be seeing Sarah again, but it's probably going to be in a courtroom. It'll be in a courtroom. The bottom line is I'm not answering this question anymore. Jazz and Megan are two different people, Tom. Laura is a liar. Listen, I've already touched on this. Laura doesn't tell the truth. Listen, if you want one day, this is what I'd be willing to do with Laura. I'll tell you what I'd be willing to do. I would be willing to even take a polygraph with her. I'm not even kidding you. No, listen, I'll take a polygraph. Listen, okay, will this convince you? Will this convince you? I will take a polygraph. Because that's the only thing you got to do with. The only thing you got to do with Laura is a polygraph. You got to do a polygraph. She lies about everything. Tom, everything is a lie with her. There's. All right, Tom, I might even make a wager with you. I might listen. Okay, so listen. Then you be open for a wager, right? I'd like to take Laura down for a polygraph, and I'm going to write out a list of about 15 to 20 questions because literally she has lied about every single thing. And I can promise you she'll fail the polygraph. Go ask Laura if she wants to do a polygraph. Go ask Laura if she wants to do a polygraph. And I'll tell you what. Okay, but Tom, go ask Laura if she wants to do a polygraph. If the answer is yes, I might actually really set this up, and me and you, Tom, are going to have a side bet. We're going to have a side bet. She's going to get every single question wrong. That all she does is lie. All she does is lie, man. Look, I feel Laura might have been, okay, I have a little secret for you, Tom, that you don't know. I think Laura was a hater from the beginning. Tom, I think Laura was a hater from the beginning. I do. Because I'm going to explain something to you. No one gets as angry as Laura gets. I did nothing wrong to her, Tom. Tom, I didn't do anything wrong for this woman, how she attacked us, attacked me, attacked my children. I think that she was a hater from day one. Here's the bet, Tom. Okay, we're going to put Jazz and Megan is going to be a part of the bet. But I want to have more than just Jazz and Megan. I want to have multiple bets with you. Okay, listen to me. I'm going to say this on the record. I want to have multiple bets because Laura has lied. No, listen to me. Laura has lied about 15 to 20 things. So see, all you want out of it is just the Megan Jazz. I want to clear my name with a lot of things. This girl is making it seem like I'm a piece of garbage in so many ways. Okay, so I want to clear my name with a lot of things. I'm not. You're the weasel right now. Not one bet. So why do you only want one bet? What about the fact she's trying to make it seem like I'm a horrible father? She's trying to make it seem like my wife didn't love me. She's trying to right. She's trying to make it seem like all these family members, everybody's confirming that my wife and me had a terrible marriage. No, I want to confirm everything. We had the most wonderful marriage. Me and Jennifer were a match made in heaven, baby. Well, then tell. Okay, so Tom, you brokered a deal. Go broker the deal. Ask Laura if she wants to take a polygraph. And if she says yes, I'll set it up. I'm not manipulating. We're going to ask her 15, 20 questions. We're going to ask Laura 15 to 20 questions. I guarantee you every question I ask her, she's going to fail the polygraph. Every question. And I got ones you're going to like. I'm not going to tell you now. Let her agree to the polygraph first. We're going to ask her questions like this. Were you in love with Richie? We're going to ask her questions. She can say with her cigarette voice, no! Ding, 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 ding. You fail. Okay. I'm going to ask her like 15, 20 questions. Laura has no idea who Megan is. She never met Megan. Listen to me, you Mama Lukes. Megan is a local girl in New Jersey. Laura is a psychopath. Guys, Laura doesn't know everything about me. Do you understand? You guys are nuts. Look, Laura doesn't know everything about my finances, guys. Laura doesn't know everything about my life, guys. She only knows a little bit of things. And the little bit of things that she knows, she either completely lied about it or completely exaggerated it. Completely, utterly. Like, here's an example. You want to hear exaggeration? Okay. Laura only had one dinner that I was able to obtain, as it was a charity through the Dave's Corporation. Laura made it seem, and she's making all of you believe, that every dinner is a charity now. So in other words, out of 10 dinners that she ate, all of those dinners were paid for with cash. You understand? But you see, this is you know what Laura does, and she does it brilliant. She does it very well. What Laura does is she takes a little bit of the truth, but then she exaggerates the truth. You understand? So the truth is, there was a place that works with the Dave's Corporation that gave us a dinner that was a charity dinner for families that are either going through cancer or a family relative passed away from cancer. So that's true. And by the way, Laura ate. She stuffed her face on that dinner, and she took food home for her daughter. She's like, can I get a cheeseburger to go? Okay, she did all of that. But the thing is that Laura's making it seem like now I didn't pay for the rest of the dinners. This is like the exaggeration. This is all part of the polygraph. You see? So I got about 15, 20 questions for Laura. But as far as the whole Megan Jazz thing, Laura doesn't know who Megan or Jazz is. She doesn't. She's basing Jazz. Laura is a hater. Don't you guys understand something? Laura knows too much of things haters know. I don't know if you noticed this. Laura talks like a hater. You know who Laura talks like? She talks like Commander 35. Like, if you listen to the way Laura talks, and if you listen to the way Commander 35 talks, listen to me. If you listen to me. She never met Megan. Megan is a local New Jersey girl. She doesn't know who Megan is. She doesn't know who Megan is. I'm not going to argue with you anymore. Look, guys, just think whatever you want to think. Megan's a local New Jersey girl, you sick bastards. Okay? So you guys are psychos, man. There is no connection with Megan and Jazz. Lunatics. No connection. Megan lives in New Jersey, you sick, twisted nut job. She lives in New Jersey. Listen to me. Laura talks like a hater, guys. Guys, okay. Sarah, I don't think was a hater. I'm going to go through everything with you. I think Sarah was hired by haters. This is what I believe in my mind, okay? Again, I can't prove it. I would say it's alleged. I believe that Sarah was hired from a hater. That's what I think, okay? Laura, I believe, is a hater. I think that Laura has been watching my YouTube channel this whole time. As far as we know, maybe she was involved in AMC stock. I don't know. We'll say it's alleged. I think Laura was watching my YouTube channel this whole time, and she figured she'd have the opportunity to beat me. She figured out a way to get in contact with me. We basically meet, and next thing you know, Laura, this whole point was to hate on me. This was all an effort to hate, to humiliate me, to humiliate my family. God bless Paul Christian for Christ. The only thing is that if I ever get a chance to meet Jesus, okay, I really would like Jesus to answer a question. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm going to upset you, because I am Catholic, but why did my wife, who was only 46 years old, need to pass away? You know, and then 2 weeks later, my mother passed away. I really want Jesus to explain that to me, why that was part of the divine plan. I'd like to ask him that question. Listen, it's okay to ask Jesus questions. Don't get insulted. Remember the guy was blind, and all of the apostles, they were asking Jesus. They said, Jesus, what did this man do that he's blind? Did he sin? Did his family sin? No, but I just want an answer. It's not that death is part of our life. My wife was too young. She was only 46 years old, bro. That's too young. You're not supposed to pass away when you're 46 years old. That's too young. Stop it. Stop talking like a psycho. I'm not being selfish. This is a psycho who imitates Sarah. Psycho people. Horrible things. You hear the horrible things they say? Horrible, disgusting things. And by the way, this Sarah is American Dream as well. American Dream, you're a crazy mother effer, bro. You go too far with this comedy stuff, American Dream. You go too far. Come on, you have a beautiful wife, Cindy. Come on, do you have to really talk about my wife that way? Come on, American Dream. I would never disrespect your wife, Cindy. I would never disrespect her, and especially if she had an illness or something serious, I would never make a joke about that. My wife did, in fact, pass away. Come on, man. Have a little respect. This is American Dream who does all this stuff. Yeah, listen, I agree with you, Diane. Listen, it's okay to question God. Everybody says to me it's not okay to question God. I disagree. I disagree with it. Everybody gets very angry with this stuff. They get very angry. They're like, you have no right to question the divine. Well, I want to. I want to question God. I need to understand why my whole life and my children's whole life got like completely destroyed. We were such a happy family, guys. Okay, you don't understand, man. We had the greatest life, the greatest family. Our lives were filled with happiness. I see even the difference in my kids now. I can see it. My daughter, you understand, when my wife Jennifer was here, look, I'm a great father, but there's a difference between a father and a mother, right? Jennifer was everything. She was everything to me and to the children. And she just had that special connection with everyone and the kids. And I can't have that connection that my wife had. No, but say I can't have that connection. And I see it in their face. You understand? These kids are too young. They need their mom. They need their mom. But I'm saying, but American Dream, you're gonna make them have more therapy with your jokes. How you imitating Sarah saying the things you just said, which I'm not gonna repeat. Come on, look, I know you're into comedy. I get it, but come on, man. Try to I don't know, do you have to go that far with everything? Like that time when you said the most craziest thing you said about Sarah and my son Mike, which I'm not going to repeat. American Dream goes very far with comedy. Guy goes very far. It's not you, it's your characters. It's your characters. Yes, exactly. That I love what Diane just said right now. I love it. She said there's a difference between questioning and doubting. No, I don't doubt God. Okay, listen. I believe there is a God. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. Okay, and I believe that God does love us. Okay, I do believe that. But the thing is, look, it all started. I don't know. I guess we got to blame Adam and Eve. You got to really blame Eve. You got to blame, right? That friggin' Eve had to bite that apple. She had all these fruits all over the place, this girl. She could have ate anything she wanted to eat. She had to eat the effing apple. The devil tricked her, the snake. He said, this apple is delicious. You got to take a bite. So that's the thing. Once she took the bite out of that apple, that's it. God said, you're all going to die now. You're all going to pass away. That's it. You're going to suffer. You're going to pass away. See, it all stems from Eve. It all stems from that friggin' apple, man. Take care, American Dream. Who saw Sarah's new picture? Not me. I think Sarah's YouTube channel is finally down, by the way. Because let's just say for legal reasons. I don't want to tell you, but there was some legal things going on recently. And I was trying to look up her YouTube channel. I don't think it's there anymore. I think her channel's down. I can't see it no more. I searched for it because I needed it for something. I didn't see it. Is it under a different name? 'Cause I didn't see it. Invite Commander to the dinner. You think Commander would have the balls to meet me face to face? I don't think so. I think Commander would be worried. I'll pull like a dog Vader on him. Commander, I am your father, Commander. WTF. That dude's a psycho, that guy. That guy's out of his mind. What's up there, Colin? I think that I think that Commander is like similar to American Dream in the sense that they both take comedy too far. I like his theatrics, but I think that the use of my mother in his theatrics was not cool. The use of my wife was not cool. Like you got to have respect for people, brother, when they pass away. That's the key. You have to have respect for people. Look, when someone is alive, it's different. That to me, you should always lay off children. You should always lay off children. But if an adult is alive, to me, especially if they're a public figure, then it's open season. You can do whatever you want. But if someone passes away, come on, you gotta have a little respect. I just think that Commander went overboard with that stuff. He was doing all of that when my wife and mom first passed away. He was making these horrible videos. It was just like terrible, man. Commander made 1.8 million, yet he still lives with his father. Originally from Brooklyn, New York, Vincent. Now I live in Jersey. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to be ending the live right now. I'm kind of tired. Laura drew first blood, American Dream. Laura is the one who caused all of these problems. Laura really proved malice intent to hurt me and hurt my family. No, so I can't have a person like that in my life. I'm sorry, I can't. She proved that she had malice intent to hurt us. But I'm gonna be ending the live now, Vinny. What's your question? New York was like the Big Apple. It is the Big Apple. Now it's a rotten grape. Well, look, Brooklyn will always be my hometown. Even though listen, I thought Laura was nice too until police were called, CPS was called, all these threats. Animal welfare wants to take my only dog away. I only have one dog. She's like, oh, they'll take the dog away. You call up all his relatives. I mean, she went crazy, Sandy. you know, how can I be a friend with a person like that, Sandy? The woman's got malice intent to hurt us. Again, I'll say it's alleged that she called. I know she called the police for a wellness check. That I can tell you. I know for a fact that was her because the police officer even said it was her. I do watch her live streams, yeah. I do because I'm just curious what nonsense she's gonna say next. I mean, all she does is say crazy lies all the time. I didn't do anything to Max. And I didn't do anything to Chloe. American Dream, can you stop? I know you like the comedy. Stop it, man. Stop it. I love my dogs. Stop it. I American Dream, do you know how happy my dogs are? I gave them wonderful, wonderful lives. Just like I gave Jennifer a wonderful life. Can you stop it? Oh man. You guys like love breaking my chops, man. American Dream, you saw all the videos throughout the years. My dogs are very happy. Stop it. Stop it, okay? You think I wanted my dog to pass away? I love my dog. I love my dogs. They're old now. Max is up there, man. I don't want to talk about it, please. I get depressed. I don't want to talk about it. What am I on, Richie? I'm on black cherry salsa. Oh, Jesus, man. I'm not answering your questions, Tom. It was not mold. I had someone come in here and test it. I'm not going to say it anymore. I know you can't accept this. It was not mold. Okay, number one. Number two, I'm actually in the process very soon. I'm going to renovate the house. I'm going to renovate the house. And we will be doing a lot of work here to make this in tip top shape. Tom, you act like you actually care about me, Tom. All you haters do is wish me bad. All you haters do is kick me when I'm down. All you haters do is literally try to get me in legal trouble. And now Tom seems to have a heart. He actually cares about me and my family. Oh, you're a wonderful person, Tom. You're a wonderful person, Tom. I'll tell you what, you guys. Well, Tom, I'll tell you what. How about this, Tom? You care about us, right? Okay. So, Tom, I'll tell you what. You care about us, right? Okay. Come down to my house one day. And if you really feel that, whatever, we're in all this trouble, put your mask on. And here, Tom's going to help us renovate our house, right, Tom? You care about us, right, Tom? Tom's going to go to work for us, right, Tom? Tom's going to clean the bathroom. Tom, start with my toilet bowl. Tom, this is what I want you to do. Start with my toilet bowl, Tom. Tom is offering his services. He truly cares about us. Thank you, Tom, for caring. The house, if you look it up, is worth $700,000. Now, I admit to you, it needs some work. So knock off 100,000. Let's say in its current shape, you're gonna get somewhere in the high 500 to 600 range. But if you fix it up, yeah, it's worth 700,000. I'm saying to you that in its current shape, knock $100,000 off. I just said that. Did you not hear me just say that? I said knock $100,000 off. No, it does need work. I wouldn't get 700 for it right now. See, you understand this area is hot. This area is hot like a pistol, man. This area is hot. Okay, people are paying big money to be out here. Guys, I have a lot of equity in the house. Stop it, please. Will you stop with this make believe, pretend, psychotic shit? I have a lot of equity in the house, guys. Everything I have to do with you guys is like wages because all you ever do is doubt me. Who cares? These people do. They care. They scrutinize my life, Casbah. They scrutinize everything I say. They scrutinize everything I do. Well, it's time for me to go now, guys, because I'm tired. I'm falling asleep. Falling asleep here. I can't wait until I become a major success again. And you're saying again. You guys don't know the money I had in my life, guys. Oh, I had big money in my life. I've had big bucks. And I got big money coming in again soon. I can't wait to break all your little tiny raisin balls. Just know this, Tom. I'll always have more money than you. And unfortunately, that's just like that song by Milli Vanilli. Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 I have more money than you. That's all you need to know. Yes, you know it's true. Sandy, explain the fact that you didn't come to the protest. Explain the fact that you didn't come to Carmine's. And we're going to have another meet and greet, and you're still not going to come. So I'll tell you what, Zanny, when you come, we'll have this conversation. Is that fair enough, Zanny? Zanny, is it fair enough when you come to the next meet and greet? Listen to me. Laura's the one who's broke. Zanny, I mean, you understand that she's 53 years old, right? And she lives with her mom. You understand this, right? You understand she has no job. She has no car. Why like I mean, you understand that, right? I'm the one who was treating her good. I'm the one who was taking her out for the dinners. Okay, so in other words, Tom, let me understand this correctly. So you have sympathy that Laura has cancer, correct? You have, right? And I do too. Listen, I have sympathy that Laura has cancer. Okay. How come you don't have sympathy that my wife passed away from cancer? How come you don't have sympathy? How come we had a loving family too? My wife, Tom, my wife loves me and loves the children. My mother loves me and loves the children. We had a wonderful, perfect family. We had a wonderful, wonderful, perfect family. So I just find it to be a double standard. Listen, you should care that Laura has cancer. God bless her. God bless her. But you should also care about my family too, and that's what gives you a double standard. You only care about Laura, but you don't care about my family. Listen, all I know is I met Billy one time. I never saw him again. That's it. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what happened to Billy. Has nothing to do with me. You're a funny, race fan. John Nito is still, he comes to the lives. He comes to my channel. He just has a different name that you guys will never know. He doesn't want you to know who he is now. I don't know where Billy is, though. Billy, I have to tell you, he completely vanished. But with that said, I'm going to go relax for a little bit. V for victory. God bless all of you. Buona notte. Ciao. All right. See you. Hate to be ya.